Just a Michael show now.
Michael show? Is that the name of this stream?
I think you've said that before.
You just said it.
Well, you've said it before.
I am the lead character in this show, no doubt. Me and Derby. You're like the puppeteer from Kermit the Frog. Nobody knows who that is. You know who puppets Kermit the Frog?
Jim Henson.
Dead.
Yeah, but he did.
Once upon a time, yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't wrong.
No.
Who does it right now?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, then why did you ask me?
Nobody knows. That's the point. Hello, Kite. Hello, Matt. Hello, Sir.
Like disdain. Hello, Kite.
Hello, Kite. We meet again. How about you? This is the worst named beer.
Rivertown Brown.
Yeah, it's good beer.
Yeah, I made fun of that last time when I had it.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty good. It's not bad. I think it has a little bit more of the hop or something that in there that I would normally like, but I think it's still fairly smooth. I need to go grab my water.
What for?
Water.
Gross. So what y'all doing today? I got my cell phones upstairs. I have to go get them at some point. Need to look at ponies while he's animating ponies. Or I will die. He's returned. They were talking crap about you.
Didn't say
I set
nothing.
them straight. No, they deleted it.
Wait, Michael, don't die.
Huh? No, I left my phones upstairs and I said I have to look at ponies while you animate ponies or I will die.
You do that.
Yeah, because you don't pony
You're
enough.
looking at ponies. There's Hitch's butt is on the
Look
screen.
at his butt.
Just doing some grinding in the First Ascendant. Yeah, so there's a couple of games that came out. Was it the First Ascendant and Over something?
Go biting.
There's two games that came out just recently that were big.
I cannot play video games. I'm officially
One's
old.
human. That's what.
I'm
I've been playing. I started playing Inkbound finally. It's
Wait, is that the one with the rabbit? Or am I thinking something else?
It's turn-based Hades.
Okay.
But it's made from the people that made Monster Train. Okay. And I really like that game. And so this game feels like an MMO type feel where there's a lot of things in there that would normally be like on Cash Shop. There's no Cash Shop. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of stuff like cosmetics. I'm like, oh, you should do cosmetics, but they're all unlocked in game. You can't buy them, which is kind of cool. So it gives you that feeling of being able to get a whole bunch of stuff, but at the same time, you can't just cheat it like people would.
Yeah. I was thinking of Bendy and the Ink Machine. I heard Ink and my brain just went there.
No, it's a completely unique world they kind of created. A lot of voice acting, surprisingly. Like everything that you'd walk up to a person, none of the characters have mouths. They're like artificial people, but...
Yeah, Storm.
Have you guys been affected by CrowdStrike? No. I've heard a bunch of that stuff, but I think that only works if you get the update pushed. And I'm guessing they probably stopped updates from going through. But no, nothing I had was updated, so I think I'm fine.
It was a bad update that just bricked everyone's computers for a short time.
Well, no, weren't they still having problems?
Well, the only way you can fix it is by doing a bunch of stuff manually. There's no automatic way to fix it. So
airports were all having to sign off passengers by paper. Mm-hmm. Like, and you're having to bring your checked bags to the gate and then they would put it on the plane manually.
I feel like
I mean, I'm glad they have systems like that to, you know, to make it up for stuff. But when you have a system that's so made to be efficient and clean and fast, the amount of money that issue has caused, I want to see that number. It's going to be trillions, probably.
And there was one guy, Delta, who's been working there since the 1970s. And he's like, does anybody remember the old system? He stands up, his bones creak, the dust comes off, and he's like, my time to shine.
What I want to see is a return. You know, remember the really, really, oh, there's no camera. What, did I miss a button?
We live in the void now.
Where's my camera?
Did you unplug it? I don't see a light on it.
Yeah. Why? Where camera? Hold on, I gotta figure out why no camera. It was working before.
That's the correct thread word. We fell into a well. We are broadcasting from the well. Hello, can you see us?
No, I had it running before. I saw my face. Oh, there.
No, it's okay.
Okay, I just had to restart it. Whatever.
As long as it's not broken. I'd be sad. You would get sad.
Here we go.
And then I'd have to bring you ice cream.
What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
I was gonna eat ice cream.
No, before that.
Something about airports. Computers crap.
Oh no, I want to see them returning. Remember when you would pay with a credit card when they first came out, and they would take your credit card and they would run it over the copier thing. It would go chunk chunk.
Yes, super early credit.
That was like first use credit cards. I don't know who here is old enough to ever have to do with that. But when the credit cards first came out, there wasn't machines you scanned, or you didn't hand it to them. They didn't have a way to scan it. So instead, they basically had a machine that would just like do a copy or something with it, and so they would put it in the machine. It would go chunk chunk, and then they would just file it later using the information from it.
Yeah,
like I didn't have to deal with that very long. When I got my first card, it was only maybe 2 years of that. It didn't last very long before they got systems in place.
Yeah, they were built for the systems.
But I mean, when I had my first job, it was still back when like you either paid cash or check. The amount of times I wrote a check to McDonald's for food.
Yeah,
like it was kind of crazy.
All growing up, my mom paid for groceries via checks. There was no credit card, debit card. Debit cards and credit cards have made things crazy easier than they used to be.
Right, it was physically imprint. Remember how CC numbers used to be raised? Yeah, that's what I was pretty sure it was. Now they aren't, thankfully. My wallet, from just sitting in it over time, having the cards in the same spot, just imprinted my card number into my wallet. Somebody could just grab my wallet and have my card number. Now I like that they not only they're not imprinted, they put it on the back. Because a lot of times if you're going to tap and stuff, people can just read the number off the front. Now you can't.
There's just that one place that was still using the old imprinting system that's really upset by this change. Like, what? Why would they do that? Even the people that are like, that's their standard job to just, nobody's going to want to go through that manual system, because all it means is customers are frustrated. And when you work in customer service, frustrated customers are the worst. So all they're going to deal with is people that are like, you need to fix this. And that person in front of you does not get paid to give a shit. Or they have no way to fix it. They're going to do the best they can. Shut up. Anyway, we're doing horse. I can't remember where we were on this one. The horses were getting ready to...
Oh, it's Renee and Jack.
And rub their snoots together.
Like, oh, look at that horse. But maybe did she notice me? I don't know. Maybe take another look. Maybe I can't wait for her to meet my parents.
Oh no, she brought one.
No, because it's just.
She's fine. Onto the sleepy time cart.
Yep, on the forever sleepy time cart.
Time.
Okay. Anyways, how was everybody's week? Beat you to it.
Where'd Ma go? To the apple farm upstate, Apple Bloom.
My hands are just mulched.
He did physical labor.
Yeah, we had a wood chipper here from a friend and their family brought over to cut up some stuff. We spent 4 hours breaking up wood, and it took me a while before I realized I should get gloves.
Yeah.
I didn't cut up my hands. I mean, I got a little bit, but not that bad.
My hands are mostly calluses now, so I don't bother, but
I have baby Excel spreadsheet hands.
yeah, you do have baby.
So,
use tools all day.
no, so like from all the sticks, I once got gloves eventually, but my hands are just, they feel like I got a little bit of carpet burn because we had to break up all the sticks and stuff. But my wood pile went from huge to almost nothing. So it's very, very nice.
I was actually working on my phone, and there's this thin copper wire they sell that can break if you're not careful. That's how thin it is. And I was just using my bare hand to cut through glass.
It doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I cut into my hand a little bit.
Does Michael have strongman Kentucky farmman hands?
Kind of.
Farmhand hands?
I work with my hands. My entire job depends on me using tools and tearing and ripping at things all day. And he does spreadsheets.
Well, I do. The amount of VBA I've written
I don't know what
in the
that means.
Visual Basic, it's custom writing macros for like Windows products. The amount of VBA I've had to write in the last couple of weeks has been astounding.
Glad to hear it.
I enjoy writing that stuff because it's like actually being able to like have freeform things, and that's the only software the company has for freeform stuff. So whatever, but I've put so much time into building things, and I enjoy it. But the amount of times they make me change it, which they shouldn't, that's stupid.
We had this one guy who uses our remotes who lives in the area. Old dude, I'm talking like 70s. Still doing tree cutting for a living. And he doesn't take good care of his equipment, so he comes in telling me these stories about how his remote broke and he had to climb out of the basket. I'm like, dude, you're like 70, and he's just climbing down the machine. Like, because he's up in trees and shit. This is why there's supposed to be a retirement age. Some people can't retire.
Yeah, but some people could easily go to 75 working, and other people can't break 30.
He falls out of that tree, he's dead. It's not a matter of can he still do it. If something goes wrong, he's just dead. You don't bounce back from that.
River tree producers friendly. I get fell out of a tree and limb. Snag on the clothes. Side my clothes and almost dragged me into a chipper. Not enough pay for that. Nope. Yeah, like a big chipper. The one we were using, and we still have it.
Mm-hmm.
They left there, but it takes a special gas, so you can't just throw it.
Probably takes a gas oil mixture.
No, it's 91 non-oxy.
Okay.
So you have to find a specific place. They say Bill's has it, whatever Bill's is, but no, the opening for it was like that big at the bottom, and so it's not like you can toss your body into it. No, it was small, but all I had was like sticks and stuff. There's a couple of things that were like that big, and they couldn't really do, but that was fine. So as long as you don't like reach your hand in there real deep, yeah, it's fine.
Load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and dead. I think that's all the entire time you're doing it. I'll sing that song around my boss sometimes.
Which song?
16 tons. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me? 'Cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. Love that song. Especially when ponies sing it, which Captain Howard's did that. Good pony. I sing that around my boss is my form of humor. Ooh.
Oh, I think that'll work. Pick up 6 on the tree in the front yard. I finally cut up and took away the rest of the fallen portion. I think we'll cut the part that's still standing next week. Oh yeah, that your big tree. Yeah, take that.
I didn't realize you were here too, Nicey.
In chat?
Or, well, they're in chat. I was picking up sticks from the tree. Oh, the tree at your place.
Yeah.
That makes
no,
more sense.
not the stuff we were doing.
Different trees, different sticks.
Philly friend kept getting up on a recent up until he was 92 years old. Because he did it mostly just to give us panic attacks. He had a twisted sense of humor. Well,
my grandfather was still hanging Christmas lights up until about 3 years ago.
If you keep yourself in good shape even into an old age and you've been doing it for long enough, he's probably going to be fine. It's just as long as he's not overconfident on what his body is still capable of doing. Because there's definitely those type of people that they think that they're still and not in their prime, but they're still capable of certain things that they are definitely not capable of anymore.
Yeah, one slip up and you're just done.
Well, it's not even that. It's just if they're capable, they're capable. But at that age, something could become incapable without you wanting it very quick. And then you're definitely in a riskier situation because you're old and frail. You know how that feels, right?
Anytime I eat Indian food.
What?
Suddenly, out of nowhere, you become incapable of not walking around like a dog.
Oh, I would think that if you've been eating Indian food, you become very capable of one thing.
Running to the nearest restroom. Like, Adam keeps wanting to go to the Indian restaurant down the street. My stomach cannot handle Indian food.
It depends on the Indian, though. If you get a very mild curry, it's fine. I don't like spicy, but I like curry. I really like the flavor mud.
I like curry too. I just need to be near a bathroom after eating it. It tastes good.
That part has been done. It seems I haven't been able to catch a stream for a while. Have you? I don't know. Maybe I just always think you're here.
Like, I could eat that stuff all day if it wasn't just for the side effects.
Yeah, you go and make 3-ways.
It's different. My stomach loves those.
Yeah, you're immune to the powers of 3-way.
We're gonna make I got some stuff to make a cheesy creamy pasta thing, but with big chunks of like kielbasa in it. I think it's gonna be really good tomorrow. Then I got some cheese sticks to go with it. Like cheese bread. Not Texas toast though, because I know how much you love Texas toast. You wouldn't be able to hold yourself back.
Lies. It's not even garlic bread. They can't even call it
garlic.
They can't call it garlic bread. Why don't they call it garlic bread?
Because it's thick slices of toast. That's what makes it Texas toast.
But then they could have called Texas bread.
It says garlic on the box.
Just because it says garlic doesn't make it garlic. Garlic flavored.
The only explanation I've ever got is that you ate it so much as a kid. You hate it now.
No, I just don't think it's good.
It's just bread with garlic and cheese.
No, there's no cheese. There's barely any cheese on those things.
You can get, the Texas toast, like the brand name stuff, has lots of cheese.
Every time I've ever seen that stuff, Texas toast, it's just butter and garlic, but they put so much butter on those things.
Yeah.
Like, it's not too hard to just buy a baguette, throw some mozzarella on there with some garlic and butter.
Yeah, but somebody already did that for you. It's called Texas toast.
Well, then why'd you even go buy that? Just call somebody. They'll make it for you.
Somebody already did. That's what I'm saying.
No, but they'll bring it to your door fully cooked and everything. You don't even have to cook it.
They'll want a tip. I'm going to give a tip.
You don't have to tip.
Yeah, but then they spit on your like flowers, and that's your stuff.
Say that you pay them at the door, and then when you get the food, you shut it.
Yeah. Tell them to go away.
You don't have to tip. You should.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. It's a choice, Michael.
Yeah, but the choice I'm making is not even having that situation and just buying the Texas toast.
You still got to make the whole spaghetti.
Yeah. It tastes good, man. It's probably better than anything I could make. I really like Texas toast.
I noticed.
Like, non-ironically. I could eat a whole box of that. I would regret it immediately after, but I could. Just have Texas toast for dinner.
Oof. Oof.
Those shivers from here.
Just having like garlic bread for dinner. I mean, go to Olive Garden at
I'm
least.
pretty sure that was like in the movie Scott Pilgrim, the Scott Pilgrim movie where they're just sitting on the floor eating garlic bread.
Yeah, because they're like not in their late 30s.
Bread makes you fat. Bread makes you fat. That was the scene.
He was 90 years old, with the exception of myself. He outlived all his friends and family. I'm gonna sort of say hello. Okay. I was gonna say, I swear I've seen you, but you didn't stick around. Okay.
Newfound Brony, I know why I said non-ironically, not unironically. You talk like that. Weird. Michael, get a bread maker. No, I make bread all the time. I make bread more than anyone else in this household.
From scratch?
Yeah.
You're the only one that makes bread from scratch.
Point. That's my point. But it's not a matter of.
I mean, I could choose something and say like I'm the only one that does that.
What's the only thing? You're the only one who makes tater tot casserole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I'm the only one that does.
I feel like there's some things that you feel like you're the only one who does. I mean, you mow the lawn. That's nice.
Yeah, and it's been a lot this year.
It has. Like last year, I would have been like, so what? It was like 3 times all year.
Yeah, this year's been nuts.
I only mowed the lawn when we first moved into this place.
It's a lot better because of the rider.
I've never gotten to use the rider.
And the rider's nice, but it still takes over an hour to fully do the yard.
How is it taking you an hour to do this yard? It should take 20 minutes.
No, because doing the side bits, you have to slow way down because it's way tight on the rider.
You take them, and if you flip the rider, you flip it over and you get back on.
I have all the different, there's a lot of trees to go around, and it's 45 minutes on the rider and then another 15 to 20 to do the weed whacking.
You keep running over the gutters.
No, I only did it once.
No, the one over there is smushed. I meant to fix it, but
It's as long as it's enough to get out. I've wanted to replace them and get the ones, you can get the ones that have a hinge on them. And so you can just like fold it up.
that would be nice.
Yeah. I want to replace them with that at some point. It's just really hard because I want to get close to them, but like the thing is chunky. It's so big.
It's junk. I mean, the mower has to be screaming at you when you do that.
The mower?
Yeah.
I don't run it over. It gets caught on the edge. It's not enough to go under anything.
But it's smooshed.
It gets smooshed because that thing doesn't give a shit about it. And it just whacks it to the side.
Yeah.
And all it is I clip it by this tiny amount, but that's all it takes to hook it. And then it just pulls it around.
See.
I go get a bread maker. You can have your garlic bread and annoy Argo at the same time with the smells. But see, if you got a bread maker and made from scratch bread and use that to make garlic bread, well, that's fine. That's good stuff. It's Texas toast.
The only reason to own a bread maker is if you run a bakery. Otherwise, you can just use your hands. Like, wash your hands and knead the dough with your hands.
What if you don't need dough?
Well, then I guess you're not making bread.
But yeah, because you don't need it.
Yeah, don't need the dough.
If I don't need the bread, I'm not going to put the time into making
Yeah,
it.
it's true. That bread's delicious. I guess I could make garlic bread sometime from like fresh baked bread, but I feel like that would be very pretentious. So I'm just gonna like I'm just gonna buy Texas toast. I mean, good bread. I think it's good. You end up eating it for like a week after I make a loaf. But I bought bread sticks filled with cheese, so I don't have to bake any bread. I don't even know how much flour we have right now.
You're the one that buys flour.
Mm-hmm. I buy a lot of flour. And they're like, you'll never use all this flour. And then I use it all.
Yeah, but you always keep about 2 pounds or not 2 pounds, like 2 bags around.
That's roughly what I feel is necessary. A lot
I know,
of
but
time,
but the problem is you buy as much as you need to make the thing, but you already had enough.
Yeah.
So now you just got the same amount of stock, but with a better expiration date.
Flour is one of those things that you should always have in your pantry.
I know, but we don't need as much as we've had.
I don't know.
We've sometimes, because I understand I have a little container full, sure, but then we have like 2 bags on the side of flour too. And it's one thing if you have it and you use it, and then the next time you need it, you buy the extra, but you buy the extra before you use the extra.
Because you never know when there might be a baking emergency.
Like when one night you're like, I'm gonna make pie.
I'm gonna make pie. Yeah, exactly. Times like that. Or that time at the last place when we had like a movie night, but there was no snacks. I just ran in the kitchen and made like some like garlic.
It wasn't a movie night. I think it was after podcast
biscuit things
or something.
Somebody else was there. I wouldn't have done that if there weren't somebody else there.
It's after podcast.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So it was after podcast. But you know, emergencies like that. Flour, butter, sugar, baking soda. It's the kind of thing you should just always have.
We have them.
I know. Make a point of it. These are things that were always in the pantry when I was growing up. Fun fact, when I was in college, I couldn't afford food, like hardly at all. So what I would do to stretch my few dimes that I had as far as they would go is I would just buy bags of flour and tubs of butter. And that would be all of my sustenance. I would just fry up bread in the pan with butter and just eat that. College was a rough time financially. It's like the one thing cheaper than just doing ramen. I can afford garlic these days, yes. That was, actually, when I was in college, I made the excuse to hold on to $20 that I could go see my mom, but it was also so that I could raid the food pantry that she ran. So it justified going to see her because it cost me $20 to get back home and then back to where I lived near the school on gas. But I justified it by just taking lots of food back with me. More food than I could have bought with $20 anyway.
Mike, I'm thinking about one thing. With Cheese It Dash, one of the top comments I get from people is that they really like that Dash has a scrunchy nose when she chews.
Scrunchy noses are very important.
It's kind of crazy that was the comment on most of it. And the amount of people that also recognize that Starlight Glimmer's animation is Fast Zombie from Half-Life 2.
It does stand out a little bit, but it is fun.
Somebody's like, that looks a lot like the Fast Zombie. And I'm like, because it is.
Altered for excellent drumming. Hello, Silver. Hello, Derpy's butt.
Well, Silver. Why did the buildings just disappear? Oh, here? Because this is what this camera is. That's what this camera is. the buildings that weren't going to be in the camera view were removed. It just makes it way more efficient. For example, this scene is cleaned up, I think. Yeah. And we can preview at 55, 56 or 54, 56, somewhere in there. If I go to a shot that hasn't been cleaned, and that's this one, and I preview it, it's like in the 40s. So it's mainly because it just runs more efficiently. Renders are significantly faster because even if you can't see something, it's still processing it. So one of the things, once I'm confident the camera is going to be cleared out, is I can remove those. But then, for instance, this one hasn't been, so everything's there.
I agree with you, Skill Dashy. The flutters with the soap one is a cute part of that animation.
You know what my favorite part? When you shoved soap in the horse's mouth.
Because he was all upset.
She had so much soap too.
Yeah, it was a very bad mouth horse.
Also, there's a few comments that were saying Cheez-Its would never cause that much residue on the face and the hooves. And I just commented, you underestimate how many Cheez-Its she's eaten.
So many Cheez-Its.
I mean, if you eat enough.
Been on that couch for 3 days.
Somebody's like, she has eaten 5.5 bags of Cheez-Its since this video started.
She'll work it off. You should just like do a video where you just try to maximize cuteness. Just take like what is the cutest things ponies can do, and then you just like increase cute.
Yes, there's
gonna be a lot of smooching, my guess.
Do we need to do smooching though?
Yeah.
Do you actually like smooches?
I think it is adorable when two ponies love each other.
Okay, hold on.
It's happiness. What are you doing? You have to really scroll because we put so much horse.
Yeah, okay. Is there smooching here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this looks like potential smooching.
The forbidden ship.
I saw this. I'm like,
ship.
Why are they just sitting there?
It's definitely
like that.
AI.
It's definitely AI.
Legs. Their back legs are so tiny.
So she's tiny. But like, I'm like trying to figure out why they were even there to begin with. Oh, the redeems aren't working.
Oh no.
She's trying
to say no smooching, but there needs to be smooching.
Mini wet one?
Giz needs to come in here and betray you again.
Is there a mini wet one I missed? Oh, there we go. There you go. There's your mini wet one.
That's a cute mini wet. All blushing and blubbing.
So what did I miss? Cookie derby and no smooching.
You don't need to do the no smooching one. There should be increased smooching. Giz agrees. I saw. He betrayed you. And it made me smooch.
There's no smooching.
No smooching.
There you go. Yeah, mini wet, no smooching. You say that you just really like minuet pictures?
Minuet's a good horse.
Okay, I didn't copy.
Or Colgate, if you're OG.
Copy image. Paste image. Okay. Or just, don't do it.
Just
Save
Control
image.
V. Why don't you just Control V? Always telling me about using shortcuts.
I'm using the shortcuts. Oh yeah, I have to actually load it now. I'll do that if I'm being lazy. There you go. Stream chat minuet.
She is just blubbing.
See, it's worse than more. Kellogg's sent the Wonderbolts a pallet load of Cheez-Its as part of the endorsement deal of Rainbow stacking them before anybody else.
Cheez-Its are okay. As far as snack foods go, they are middle of the road. Which isn't a bad thing, because I don't like a lot of snack foods. Period. Like Doritos are right out. I don't like Doritos. I feel like that's an anti-gamer thing to say, but I don't like them.
Cheetos or Cheez-Its?
Cheez-Its are middle of the road. I like Cheez-Its okay. Cheetos, no. I don't like
regular Cheetos, no. Flaming hot Cheetos?
I don't like the stuff that gets all over your hands.
Get chopsticks.
Eat the Cheetos?
Yeah, I've heard that. They do that. No, flaming hot cheese Cheetos are good, and apparently, if you just mush them up into a powder and then use them as a seasoning,
I've seen that for like chicken.
that could be good though. It's like a breading.
Yeah, I can see that for like fried chicken.
Yeah, but the flaming hot Cheetos are good. Regular Cheetos, I don't see any. The puff ones, Cheetos, I also like those.
Cheesy puffs?
They're like cheesy puffs, but Cheetos.
No. Which one? You need to pick a lane. Eating chips with hot chips. I don't like standard chips. I like baked. Like baked chips.
I used to hate baked chips.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to doing more baked chips now. But like,
it's not even a health thing. I think they taste better.
I just don't want greasy chips. That's why Cape Cod's 30% reduced fat or better.
It's still pretty greasy.
Yeah, but they're like regular potato chips, but if you get the regular Cape Cod chips without the 30% reduced fat, they are super greasy.
Yeah.
I like those. I like Cape Cods. The old Dutch ones that I get, I like.
Yeah.
They're not very greasy.
You always tend to get the other ones. I just I'll keep an eye out for Old Dutch.
I get them because they're usually on sale or something, and they're nicer. I like them.
I like Lay's baked, and then Pringles.
Lay's is super greasy.
Not the baked, but they always put less in the bag. Does it seriously cost them way more to do the baked as opposed to the deep fried? Because there's always so much less in the bag of the baked. That's why I just do Pringles. Because they're baked, but they're not really potato chips, but they taste like them, so. I'm trying to think, what's your favorite snack food?
Snack food?
Yeah.
So like something I can grab, or am I allowed prep?
No, it's something you gotta eat right out of the container.
It's like I like that's hard. Cause like I love my smoked Swiss and pretzel chips, but it takes I have to cut the cheese.
I mean that's two things too, so
just straight out of the container snack. Thing. Used to be like just Cape Cod chips, but I don't know if I could really do that anymore. I would probably actually just say the pretzel chips, the really thin ones. I could just eat them all day.
I like mixed nuts, but they wear my jaw out. My jaw starts to hurt if I eat enough of them. But I like them. If I'm at the store and I want something to snack on, it's either going to be mixed nuts or freeze-dried bananas. But a lot of times when I bought some freeze-dried bananas at Target recently. Just to eat in the car, and they were so sugary. Like I didn't like them. I ate them, but I didn't like them. Take a bag of flaming hot Cheetos, empty half out, dump them into a tub of sour cream and onion dip. Mix well, scarf down until sick. I think one spoonful of that would make me sick. Because that sounds like it's mostly just going to be sour cream dip and onion dip. Sour cream and onion dip with some Cheetos mixed in. I don't know that I would enjoy that sunset. I'm going to be honest with you. Target store brand potato chips are actually pretty good. They are cheaper and so much better than Lay's.
See, I don't want to buy chips though because I don't eat them. Like I don't like snacking, so I just don't buy snacks. That's when we have like barbecues and other stuff. There tends to be food left over. Then there's stuff, and I end up snacking. But I don't like having snacks. I'd rather open the fridge and then go, "Oh, there's nothing to eat. I'll wait till dinner."
That is a safer bet. And I tend to snack just because I'm so busy. When I go to the grocery store, I tend to grab something small, like the mixed nuts, like the bananas or something.
Yeah, I don't do much impulse buying. Like I did buy impulse the little like the nut roll peanut butter things.
You did.
But mainly because we have one of the containers on the counter and I wanted to have it filled with something. So I was like, oh, I'll buy this to fill the container.
I've already eaten 2 of them.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're good, but the little peanuts, there's always a few that just fall out.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just also, it's a nut roll, but it feels like it's more nut than roll by far.
Oh, nut rolls in my brain have like pecans in them, but
No, they've always been peanuts. The company that makes nut rolls is Minnesota based.
is it?
Pearson's.
Nut rolls are good.
Yeah. When I worked in trucking, we used to ship some of their stuff and we'd get free nut rolls and stuff all the time. And they would be like made that day and it was so good.
Yeah, I imagine they would be really good warm.
Not really warm, but I would say they weren't they made cold. They weren't hard.
Yeah.
So they were kind of gooey. So like you had to be kind of careful with it. You probably were cutting it up into bits and eating it.
Yeah.
Because if you tried to like just put it in your mouth, all the peanuts would move to the side. So, but they were so good. They also make the New York, the mint patties. I forgot what they're called.
Peppermint patties?
Maybe they're called peppermint. I don't know. They're the ones that are a little thicker and they're just candy, like full white mint in the middle.
Yeah,
they made those too.
Yeah, I think it's just peppermint patties.
My heart conditions are to cut sodium, but the cheap potato chips are cooked in laxative oil when I need a good clean out.
No.
Salt. I love salt. I'll eat something salty over sweet any day.
Yeah. I'm not big on sweets, hence the favorite snack being mixed nuts.
I like sweet, but if you were to put a snack in front of me of Oreos or potato chips, I'm going to grab the chips.
The thing is, like I've said before, I think I've even said it in this chat, if you were to put a piece of cake in front of me after I just ate dinner or a hamburger next to it, I'd grab the hamburger and just not bother with the cake.
But you already finished dinner.
Yeah.
So you just eat for dessert another burger?
Yeah.
Even though you already ate dinner?
Yeah, even if it was a burger. Yeah. I'd eat 2 burgers.
Even though, I mean, like, you already ate a full dinner. You had 2 burgers.
Yeah.
And now when a dinner's done, you're offered a 3rd burger. And you're like, you know what? That sounds like the perfect thing to wash this down.
If I'm still hungry, over the cake. I don't want the cake.
Sweet stuff is always good after dinner just because it's usually a fulfilling meal with a lot of savory flavors. And sweet afterwards just tastes much more sweet.
You know what tastes even better? Another burger.
Put chips and Oreos in front of me, I'd take both.
No.
That's not the option.
I have been buying ice cream more recently, but like because I think there was a discussion about the cones, and then we started buying cones.
Well, I only bought some recently because I had those people coming over to help with stuff, and so I was like, well, I wanted to have something, and I did bring them out the drumsticks, and they're like, ooh.
For some reason, I thought you had like nieces and nephews coming over.
It's my coworker, her husband, and her son.
Okay.
So
I thought you had this moment like, I'm going to be here all day. And Adam won't be here, and Mike won't be here, and I'm just going to invite people over.
no, they did say like we'll be there maybe 9ish or something. They came at like 11:30, but they were still
How a lot done.
no, got a ton done.
Yeah. My stomach stopped grumbling. Every time I sit down at the stream, my stomach just throws a fit. Maybe because I had a burger for breakfast, and then ramen for lunch, and then just pizza for dinner.
Why do you have a burger? Having burger for breakfast is on you.
We talked about the burger thing. I will eat a burger every time.
You're like the guy from Popeye.
No,
I'll gladly play you for today for a burger tomorrow. Pay you tomorrow for a burger
I'll
today.
pay you Tuesday for a burger today. It's always Tuesday.
That's his payday.
Yes. I guess that was the implication. And Popeye always agreed.
Well, apparently he's being paid back.
No, yeah. Nobody's saying Wimpy doesn't eventually pay him back. But if you're putting burgers on like layaway, you got a problem financially.
No, I think you got a problem calorie wise.
He was a big guy, sure enough, but you still should have the money for a burger. Michael, why are you eating like a college student? Because it's
Look at him. Doesn't he look like a college student?
Ah. No, I mean, I've said it before. I grew up with. It's not uncommon for people to eat the things they grew up with, and cheap food is what I grew up with, so I don't mind it at all. And then I save money. Like if I eat ramen, like I did the math a while back. If you spend $10, and a lot of people do on average for lunch at work, every 5 days a week, that's $200 a month.
Yeah. This like I'm at work 3 days a week, but my lunch is normally 4 to 5.
Yeah. Well, you got a weird situation.
Yeah. No, when I worked in trucking, I used to go to Potbellies and places all the time for lunch. Mainly it was to get away from work. For it, but yeah, that ended up being like $8 to $10 at a time, and when I was being paid $15 an hour,
Yeah, it's rough.
yeah, it added up. But I didn't really have any other option. I did a lot more physical stuff, so I just needed that energy to get through the day. Where now, for $4 or $5, getting a full big meal and or a salad or something that's well made, I'm okay with that.
But like ramen's 50 cents a day, so that's nothing. I save money that I can put towards things.
You just save your money. You never spend it.
I spend it. And stuff. Like horses.
Look at a butt.
Oh, yeah, it's like all butt. No,
I'm okay with that.
I try to put it away to stocks and savings and stuff. I don't have a house, so
I have so many
somewhere.
I have so many things that I still need to put money into here.
No, but part of it is I just enjoy it. Like my favorite meal to my dying day will probably be a bowl of chicken ramen and a peanut butter sandwich. And you dip the peanut butter sandwich into the ramen.
What about your stinky cheese sandwich?
That's really good, but that's for like rich people. I couldn't eat that as a kid. That's rich people food.
No, you said even if you were dying, that would be the meal you'd want. Is that you don't want your stinky cheese sandwich?
No, on my dying day, absolutely I want my stinky cheese sandwich. But if I'm looking for like the comfort of my childhood, it's the ramen and peanut butter sandwich. Because I ate that so much as a kid. I didn't see it as any different than a grilled cheese with chili. Yeah, I don't. Sometimes they bring donuts into work and I'll eat one, but I'd kind of prefer that they didn't.
I have one coworker brought donuts in just on the recent Friday or Black Friday anyway, yesterday, and it was. I had like I think half of one or 3/4 of one, and I'm like, eh.
I haven't had many opportunities to really spell donut, but I feel like the second one's correct. Though I feel like the first one is what most people use.
The what?
The spelling of donut.
I always use the first one. There's a lot of things that over time have just become the new way to say something.
The first one seems lewd. I don't like it.
That's the way that most places say it.
Yeah, but it feels like if I was running a proper bakery, it would be the second one. If I was running a freaking what they could change their name to, Dunkin'. If I was running a Dunkin', it'd be the first one.
But their name is just Dunkin' now. It's not Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because they don't want to have it be where they're just like a donut shop.
Well, they want you to come in for lunch too. Now.
Well, they want to have you. You also have coffee and sandwiches and stuff. Mm-hmm. But if you say donut, that implies that they're just like a donut shop. Yeah. So that makes sense.
I know. I've a couple restaurants I've seen over the years. Like they don't have them around here, but when I was a kid, there was a place called Boston Chicken.
No, I know. Well, no,
Boston Market.
Yeah, I was gonna say Boston Market. I know.
Well, yeah, they changed the name. It used to be Boston Chicken, but then they didn't want to be known just for chicken. It used to just be a direct competitor with KFC and stuff. You guys have any restaurants like that? And then there's places that are just the same place with different names. The two I can think of is Hardee's and Carl's Jr. and then Rally's and what's the other name for Rally's? Checkers. That's it.
There is a Checkers in Minnesota.
Good thing. We had Rally's in Kentucky, but I never liked it because it was super greasy. Like the greasiest burgers you could find were Rally's. And I guess Checkers.
There is a Checkers, but it's actually not that far from here. Unless I don't think it's destroyed. They moved to Top Golf in nearby. But I think they tore down the grocery store instead. No, so I think I've never been in there. I thought they were an auto parts store.
Checkers?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So then I looked at the sign one day. I'm like, oh.
Burgers. There used to be a restaurant called Craps, but they changed the name to White Castle. That's my story I'm sticking to it. I like White Castle, sir.
I don't like White Castle, but I love White Castle.
Yes.
Which should be what everybody's response is. You don't go there because they're great. You go there because you want food you don't have to chew.
No, well, White Castle's is its own category, in my opinion. It's like, we want to go out for pizza. You don't ever say, I want to go out for burgers. Let's go to White Castle. You say, I want White Castles. Let's go to White Castle. You don't go to White Castles for burgers. You go to White Castle for White Castle. Because it's not burgers. It's its own weird amalgamation of food.
Yeah, it is like, normally when people use the term sliders, it's like because they're small. But in White Castle, you can actually just push it down your gullet and it'll make its way to your stomach.
It's a different taste. It's a different everything. If you say, let's head out for burgers, and somebody pulls into a White Castle, everybody in that car will look at them like, I thought we were going for burgers. I think White Castles is delicious. I could eat 10 of those when I was young. Like at a time. If you had like 2 friends, you get the crave case, which was like 30 burgers and a bunch of fries. You guys were set. And you could get a crave case back in the 90s for like $15. It was like 50 cents a burger. I have no idea what it costs now. Given the like rise of fast food costs, it's probably like $3 a burger now. You want a crave case? That'll be $90. Get another drink. Anything?
Grab me another one of these. These have been sitting easy. You just don't. Yeah, just take any of those. We should not look like it was covered from a zombie. Yeah. Like I said, White Castle is not good, but I have the whole thing with it being called a crave case. I understand that because I can agree sometimes. Not anymore because it's been so long since I ate it, but I would just get a craving for White Castle. But it also used to be because we would when I was with some of my old friend group, we would get crave cases here and there. We'd like to get big amounts of food, like crave cases, or there was a Taco John's nearby. And so like me and him would go there and get 6-pack and a pound, which was 6 tacos and a pound of potato Lays. And back then it was $6. So on Saturdays, I think. So 6 pounds or a pound of potatoes and 6 tacos for $6. We just split 3 tacos each and a half pound of potatoes because it always came in 2 containers. So it was super easy to split for 2, and it was $3. It was super cheap. It was delicious. I can still see that potato or that Taco John's in my head. It was such an old Taco John's. It tried to look as Mexican as possible. They're not near the same anymore. But I miss that Taco John's. It was bulldozed. Probably 15 years ago now. Is something not blocked here? Oh, the legs are just motion. Okay. I'll probably... Oh, it's her front legs. Her back legs have nothing. Okay, that's good to know. Means let's do everything and I can blend it and I'm fine. I don't know what this one is. Why are they all changing? I'm just gonna go in with the legs. I don't see any there's no change that I can see. I'll move this a little earlier too. Yeah, if I had to say like what is my guilty pleasure fast food place now, I don't even know if I'd have an answer. I don't think I've actually... When was the last time I got fast food? It had to have been Winnie City. Yeah, maybe. And I don't even know if that was fast food. That was like an actual nicer donut shop. But that's probably the last time. So 2 months, but even before that, it was probably months before I just don't go to, I just don't do fast food. I don't go like, ooh, I'm going to go get lunch quick because there's food at home. I'll just wait till I get home.
Oh, cool.
Oh, this feels really good in my hand.
How you really messed up your hands and shit.
Well, just they look sunburned just because they're like a slight red all over the whole front of it. That and the burn of my pinky's starting to go away, and that's itchy.
Just gonna have to get rid of them.
Cut them all off, get new ones.
Robot Devil will provide them.
I used to eat lunch at a convenience store that served a mystery meat barbecue sandwich and rancid-looking chili dogs. Looked and smelled disgusting. It was delicious, cheap, and convenient.
I still say my favorite place to eat ever was a Flying J gas station.
Well, actually, I brought it before. Like, what is your current guilty pleasure fast food? I couldn't really come up with much because I don't eat fast food.
If I stop for anything fast food, which has happened on occasion, it's the chicken tenders at Dairy Queen.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Like the basket
Yeah.
with the gravy.
And the toast.
Their $5 lunch for that is like, I don't think you get the toast, but then you get an ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
I
good.
don't care about the ice cream.
It's with the salty chicken with like you going back and forth, a bite of ice cream and then eat the chicken. But yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be when I worked in trucking and I'd get off at like 1 a.m. And I was just starving hungry. I would stop at Wendy's. Wendy's was my go-to fast food for a long time. I would just get $2 chicken sandwiches and a large fry. It normally cost me like $4.50, and they don't do that anymore either.
I almost feel like most fast food isn't worth it anymore.
No, if you went in there and got like a number 4, you're going to pay as much as a sit-down restaurant now.
Yeah.
It's nuts. Dollar menus are the best deal, but even then, they're no longer dollar menus; they're value menus, and you're still spending probably $6-7.
Yeah.
But at least it's
much less food.
That's no. If you just get like 2 sandwiches off the value menu and a fry, it's like $6-7, and that's full. I mean, if you're eating 2 sandwiches and a fry,
Yeah.
I don't get a drink because drinks are a complete waste of money at those places. I'll just bring a water bottle wherever I go. I'll drink water. I'm not going to spend $3 for them to put some carbonated water and a syrup in a cup for me. I think if I remember right, the sodas are their highest margin item because they cost nothing.
Yeah.
There are many times like I'd go somewhere and they're like, I'd give 2 items and like, would you want to just make it the meal? It's about the same price. Keyword is about.
Yeah.
It's like 30 cents cheaper, sir. And I don't want the drink.
Yeah. No, but the my favorite fast food item has to be the chicken basket at Dairy Queen. Because it's one of the few places, especially up north, that does gravy right. It's weird.
It's it's a white gravy and it's probably not good for you.
No.
But it's tasty and it's kind of peppery.
It's liquid bread. Liquid pepper bread.
Yeah, no, that is kind of there used to be like, I think 3 places I would go to all the time when I worked in trucking, and it was for lunch. It was Potbelly's. Potbelly's was my biggest one. Jersey Mike's, and there.
Yeah.
So yeah. Their $5 lunch with that was so good.
I don't know anything around Mike. I think Mike work recently moved and it's on like a strip, and I've been told there's a Jersey Mike's on that strip, but I haven't looked for it yet.
Jersey Mike's is good. Not the Dairy Queen, but the Jersey Mike's and the Potbelly's knew who I was and what I got.
Yeah.
I walked in and they would be like, the usual, both the places. It was nice.
I think both of those places are okay, but the only time I've ever gone to them is when you've taken me to them.
That's what I probably have to say. My guilty pleasure fast food is probably Potbelly's. If I'm out and about, like I had it once where I went to a family concert thing and I had to go right from work, and so I didn't have the time to really go anywhere else, I went to Potbelly's because it was like 3 blocks from the location I needed to go to. If a Potbelly's is nearby and I'm looking for food, I'll do Potbelly's.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, like borderline fast food, getting it a little bit something different, but you still can get in, eat your food, and leave in 20 minutes.
I will say, unless you're the one advocating for the pot bellies, I probably wouldn't go.
Oh, I love Potbellies. Their oatmeal chocolate chip cookies are so good.
Well, that's the sweets again.
Yeah, but I don't normally get those. I normally get the skinny Pear, which is soup and a sandwich. They just give you less meat and bread. But I get the ham sandwich with everything on it. Whether I get peppers on it depends on my mood. And then usually a side of the cheddar soup. It's broccoli cheddar.
When I first started my current job, I used to go to a place called Zuba's a lot. That place is crazy expensive for what you get. It's like a half sandwich and a bowl of soup for $10. I always thought that was a bit much for soup and a sandwich. It's a good sandwich and it's good soup, but it's still soup and sandwich. Zuba's open by you. I think they have good food.
It's mid as fuck. It's a funny phrase.
The one place I went to and I was actually kind of angry for what I paid for what I got around here, and here you're gonna lose the sponsorship ever on your Twitch right this moment, is Rusty Taco.
Oh, I don't. I know of the place, but I've never really got.
I despise that place because they give you basically Taco Bell quality food, if not even that, for crazy price. Like it's like $5 a taco, and it's like a Taco Bell taco. Not even. It's like you know how sometimes you go to a restaurant and you'll get like like fish tacos or chicken tacos or whatever, and it's like 3 little tortillas on a little tray.
Well, like Pineda's that we went to before. Like if you get a burrito, it's huge.
Yeah.
And like you walk out, it costs a bit. It's like $12 for a meal now, but you feel full as hell. Like barely able to move.
Like Rusty Taco, by comparison, you'll get 3 little tacos in a tray and it'll be $15. Like tiny tacos. And it's just like, no, I'm just gonna go Taco Bell. It's better, honestly. Hey, that's my least favorite restaurant in this area.
I've never been there.
Don't bother. I still need to go to Taco John's.
You never been to Taco John's?
No, you never take me.
Because we just don't eat fast food. No, I like Taco. I actually I think you were not up here, but Taco John's used to be one of my favorite places to go, because it used to be that you would get 6 tacos and a pound of potatoes for $6 on the weekend. Ooh. It was cheap, and so it was enough for 2 people, easy. Yeah. So we used to do that, but now it's like $12. It's went way up. Also, mid as fuck is a common phrase in your generation. Well, you have a weird generation.
Yes.
I knew what AF meant.
As fascinating. I still haven't been to Cane's Chicken either. Those are like the 2 things up here that weren't down where I'm from that I have not been to.
No, Adam actually says mid AF. He doesn't even say, he has to say it like you spell it, and that's weird.
He learned the English language from...
And he says he's not a Zoomer. He was like adopted by Zoomers. He's in the millennial generation, but he is definitely a Zoomer.
You do that sometimes. I don't think I've ever said mid AF in a conversation unintentionally. As
have you ever used the phrase lol?
No.
See, you're a millennial. You should at least do that one.
I'm not gonna say
Raffle?
No.
LMAO?
No.
You had to think about that one.
I've never used an abbreviation other than maybe saying RIP as opposed to rest in peace. That's about it. As far as abbreviations go, I just speak English.
They are too. They're just making it faster.
Mm-hmm. Are they in a hurry? I don't know. He is the one we have to
It's when we have prophesized.
No, I did not grow up with the internet like some people, I guess.
I
Learned the English language through talking.
I didn't grow up with the internet to a degree. Like, yeah, we didn't really have access to the internet until like much later. But we had video games. And
Yeah,
so
they weren't doing like lulls in video games back then, were they?
No. I don't think LOL existed back then. LOL was probably, that was when like chats came up and stuff, so that was probably closer to like early 2000s.
Yeah. Trying to think of what program was the very first message board I ever went on.
AOL, then ICQ.
No, I don't think I did messaging on anything until Facebook.
What was the one voice chat program that everybody used back then?
TeamSpeak.
No, before, it was a different one.
Before TeamSpeak?
No, a different one from TeamSpeak. It would start with an A.
I have no idea. TeamSpeak is the first one I used.
No, we had a different one. Discord is like, nobody uses anything but Discord anymore. But, and I remember when Discord became a thing.
When it killed Skype.
Ventrilo.
Oh, I do remember.
That's the one. I thought it started with A. No, it was Ventrilo.
Oh, TeamSpeak was before Ventrilo.
Might have been, but I didn't really do much with people then. But Ventrilo, oh god, that was our voice server. It basically was it was a voice chat. It did all the stuff Discord did, but it wasn't as universal with other things. It was just that one chat you had there.
Oh, that sentence did not make sense. What was I doing? You broke Newfound Brawny.
I've never heard that. Is the abbreviation not Gen Z?
Generation Z?
I was there when IRC chat rooms became a major thing. Yeah. I never really did that much of that internet stuff. My dad worked for IBM for a while, right at the beginning of computing. He was a typewriter repairman, and when they got into computing, he got into that. So he did get some computer stuff. So we were very much in a computer environment at a very early age.
I mean, what Newfound Brawny, when you say Generation Z, what you're saying, or Gen Z, you're saying Generation Z. That is what you were saying. There's a gnat in here. That's nuts. If I were to do that, I would put Z. No, because it's based on the alpha beta phrases. It's Z.
The alpha beta? You mean Greek?
Greek. Okay.
The alpha beta?
It's Z if you're going off the Greek alphabet.
Yeah.
No.
Or if you're just in a lot of places outside of America, Z is called Z.
Yes. Like if I say Z to Declan, he gets
it's XYZ. But most people know what you're talking about if you go either way. No, I actually agree. Z is probably the better way to say it because it stands out a lot more than Z. Because Z and E and P, everything sounds the same. Z is nice and specific.
Sounds cooler. Sounds alien.
Yeah. It's the same reason that, like, do you say aluminum or aluminium?
Aluminium does.
Aluminium is so good.
It's so much better.
I love, and you have to say it like with pronunciation everywhere. You go aluminium.
If we keep talking like this, we're gonna get our like citizenships revoked.
No, I still make hot dish. Fine.
We're just gonna isolate you to Minnesota. Is my Generation Z folks out there? I want you to holler. Kids are into. Who's hip with the jive? You guys.
Who's cool and has two thumbs? That guy.
Oh no. And he come in this chat just wearing a backwards cap and holding a skateboard. Like Steve Buscemi's version of a kid in high school is what 90s kids like personified were. How are you doing, fellow kids?
Yeah, like skateboard and like the jacket
Backwards
over.
hat.
Yeah.
That and what he didn't do is kids back in when I was in school like to wear their pants really low. I'm glad that one died.
Yeah. The amount of people I knew that did that, and
They had to constantly be struggling with keeping their pants on.
but I remember talking with somebody that does that, and he goes, "Oh no, I think it's really stupid too." But all the people that were from his neighborhood that he knew did it,
Yeah.
and so he just didn't want to be the one that wasn't. So that was really stupid too.
You couldn't keep your pants on. There's no way. You'd constantly be waddling about.
It was prepping the American culture for the need for extra large pants.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. They upped the supply, and then they're like, holy crap, everybody's fat now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's perfect.
No, there's no way you could keep your pants up wearing around your thighs. There's just no way. I didn't see how anybody did that. It angered me, even as a kid. And it wasn't because all the kids these days are doing weird stuff. It's like, no, you can't keep your pants up.
You know what they need to bring back though?
What?
Frost tips.
No, there's nothing wrong with frost tips.
Not like the hair.
Yeah.
I love frost tip.
I like hair.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say. I just wish I had more hair.
The pants thing was dumb. It's just probably one of the dumber fashion choices from my generation.
Well, you can abandon your generation and join Gen Z.
No, I'm good.
You've already been adopted in the skibbity.
I've been like Clockwork Orange forced to watch that crap.
Yeah, even the people, they're not there and you're still watching it.
No, if they're not there, I don't watch it. Silver and Nolan have to be there. You hear that, Silver and Nolan? If you're listening, they're probably listening. You have to stay awake. I don't sleep ever. You're not allowed either. I like the night of the cookout. I drank a bunch of beer. Then immediately after it ended, I went to a workout, and then I downed a caffeinated soda. I woke up 3 times in the middle of the night in different positions in my bed.
You said
Like,
before that caffeine doesn't affect you.
No, it does.
You said so many times, caffeine doesn't affect me. Now you're like, oh God, yes.
Oh no, I toss and turn in my bed. The crazy thing is, no matter where I was in my bed, I always had the same pillow, and I realized that I was just dragging it around with me.
The derpy one, right?
I think it was the mid-print one that night.
Oh, you're OC.
Yeah, but flip to the
Well.
derpy side, the good side of that pillow, the cool side of the pillow.
So that was I was facing you.
Yeah, the derpy side. I lay my head on her tummy. It's nice. I am young and hip. What are you talking about, Sir Edward? I've had one internet name pretty much my whole life, or just slight variations of it. I see no reason to change.
I used to have a lot of handle. Yeah, I really haven't done too much. I got my current one in I'm actually kind of curious.
Whatever year StarCraft came out, that's how long I've had mine.
Does it have a profile for me? Yeah, I don't think it's an account profile, because definitely it would be when I made that.
Why is there an R Argo Damon Reddit?
No, Nolan made it.
Oh. 2004.
No, that's not. Oh no, that did have. So since at least 2007.
What year did StarCraft come out? That's how long I've had mine.
Is this me?
It's like 96, 98.
Yeah, your name is stupid though.
Yeah, no,
and actually, well, before until like early 2000s, there was really no internet that I had to ever have a username.
Yeah, it was 2000. It was probably I was 11 years old when I came up with my internet handle, Toenail.
Oh wait,
never really
wait, I'm sorry. I have my name here too, 2006.
There you go. Oh, I thought that said our game has shipped. It says has whipped. That's where you get the name from.
Yeah. 2006. So yeah, it had to be 2006 because I made the name after I got my Xbox 360 and I needed to make an account and I wanted to come up with a different name.
I
used the Elder Scrolls Oblivion to come up with the name.
I still remember vividly sitting in the back of my mom's minivan after seeing my cousin play StarCraft for the very first time. And his name was White Pepper, which was a dumb name. But I sat there.
Your name is Toenail.
Yes. I was 11 years old, sitting in the back of my mom's minivan thinking, what would be a really cool name for my internet character when I play StarCraft? And I came up with Toenail. And I've never really changed it.
No, it's Teo now.
Well, only when I can't use Toenail. And occasionally it's been Teo. It kind of eventually turned into Teo in a lot of places. Wow, that's almost as old as me. He's referring to your internet name.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be 18 years that I had that. So, yeah, it was. I got it for that, and then it was not long after that because I got an Xbox 360, but then I had an original Xbox. I'm like, what do I do with this? So I did a soft mod on it, and there was all these tools available so that you could do photography in Halo. And so I started doing Halo photography, and that was why I was on the is it closed? The Bungie.org page because I was part of a group, the Huluvre. I joined, and we just did Halo photography. Halo 3 then came out and added a photo mode, and that made our jobs both easier and harder. You could now take pictures super easy, but it also meant that the market was flooded with crap. It got better, but we were big on trying to like not just take pictures of cool action shots, but like trying to be artistic and taking scenic shots, and not just like of your screen, but actually it would take a 3x3 screenshot where it would zoom in on three different or a 3x3 grid and get a very high res screenshot, and then you would put it in a stitching program to stitch all those 9 photos together, and you could get photos that were like 4,000 by 4,000 resolution, which in early 2000s was kind of a crazy resolution. So and I know if you actually search, I think you're gonna get this one picture that pops up as the first. I might have to go to Google for it. Because it's in the metadata.
I've seen more horse.
Yeah, this one. So this is page. This is my picture. I took that picture, and it is huge. It's much bigger than that, and I had to do a bunch of editing to make it work. But that is my picture. That's why I come up when you search this, because I'm apparently in the metadata somewhere.
I still remember the one piece of art of yours that I had to convince people on the forums, the moderators, that it was your doing. It was the Chubby Derpy edit.
Oh yeah.
Like, no, he did this. This is his masterpiece.
Everything just gets taken over by.
What is that Argo Dame on X? And it's just some random horse. Unicorn.
This one?
No, below it. No, it's just up with the green hair, the green and blue hair.
This one?
Yeah, it's not your OC.
I don't remember who that is, but that I know that style, so I could probably guess who it is. Let's see if they have any others of mine hiding around here.
Right
now, it's so easy to do pictures.
On DRG.
All of my pictures were hosted on a server that was a hosting server that ended up going down, and all of it was lost because there was really no easy place to transfer photos and stuff to. And so when that site went down, I just didn't. It was gone. I lost like probably 150 different photos that I did at that point.
I used to post all my art. I used to do a little bit of art when I was a kid on Image Shack, but all that's gone now because Image Shack got bought, and then they required it went from a free website, and then somebody bought it, and then it became required payment. Like, if you don't pay, all your stuff will disappear. Hello, Big Derpy. Select.
I still have stuff in my photo bucket. I actually probably should go on there and clear it out though, because I don't know how much longer that's gonna last.
Yeah, all my stuff disappeared. I used to do like cool pumpkins and stuff when I was a kid. A lot of stencil art. But I am no artist. That is for sure.
Most of the pictures that I have in my photo bucket are either from playing Ion, or there's a lot of Ace Calc stuff. There's Ace Online, Ion, and Gmod. A ton of Gmod stuff on there.
Gmod was fun back in the day.
I don't even know. Like, hold on. I want to see if I can actually log into my
Gmod?
No, my photo bucket.
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, nope, it's too late. You've lost everything. I haven't been in here for so long. My password manager doesn't even have. Forgot password. I could probably like cheat my way in, but. Well, I think it's lost.
It's a bummer.
Because I just did the reset and oh wait, no.
Oh yeah, you're old, remember?
Oh wow. Okay.
Don't feel bad. It's the same thing.
It's on my Hotmail email.
Yeah. Old people use Hotmail, like me. My primary email is a Hotmail.
Holy crap.
But your primary,
I gotta do it.
You trying to be a young kid with a Gmail account. Nobody's fooled. You have a Hotmail account with the rest of us old people. At least you're not. It's not an AOL account. Let's just think the stars.
It's all just reminders for birthdays from Facebook because I put my Facebook email over here because I did not want to have anything.
You've been using that Rainbow Dash picture for so long.
No, I went down here and replaced it. Why am I not getting my email for my reset?
Maybe it's in focus and not other.
Maybe it's in junk email. Yeah, it is.
It's like, who the heck still uses Photo Bucket? It's definitely junk.
Okay, I'll do that and save and then reset password. Password's being reset. Please log back in. Okay. It's up there, a policy. I bet you that's old.
Like, I can no longer access some of
my account is locked.
access.
I have to spend $5 to get access to my crap.
That is what the other side did to me. That's why I lost a lot of stuff.
All it is delete it. Let me at least get my stuff
For $5.
for.
They're holding you hostage.
I probably will do it at some point too. Well, and actually, what's worse is that they're saying that my account access is locked. But I bet you that if I gave them the $5, they'll be like, "Oh, we actually deleted everything already. Your account's wiped, but now you have your new account to use. $5 a month for a photo hosting site. How are you alive?"
They're not. It's a ghost. It's
I can.
ghost website.
Google does all that stuff for free. Yes, there's probably like sell your data and stuff, but I bet you they do too.
I mean, look at Discord. How many years of just horse pictures are just saved on a Discord server somewhere because of us?
Everybody.
Not everyone, just horse pictures. Only horse. That's the only thing the internet's good for. Pictures of ponies. Everything else is a waste.
Got your password? Yes, it's been 20 years since I last logged in. I probably could have guessed it. I bet you that password is like when I got a password manager, I went through and basically reset all my passwords. I think there's only like 2 that weren't because at that point they're the only ones using those passwords, but I had a lot of copy pasting the other ones. If I didn't have that account on that password manager, it meant that it was something easier to remember. Now everything is just random gibberish.
I think the one thing I'd go on my old hosting website was that there were very few pictures of taken of me when after my surgery when I was like in my 20s. But I know for a fact there's a single picture of me that at least was on the photo sharing website I used that I'm blanking on all of a sudden. That was me out of work because I was just out of the hospital and I grew a full beard and I had hair down to like past my shoulders. Like I just did not care for like a year.
Were you just trying to prepare ahead of time for losing it? Did you cut it all for like implementation later?
No, I like had a full long luscious head of hair and a big old full beard.
Nothing about you should ever have the word luscious in it.
Oh, so luscious.
Yeah, it's probably on life support. It's probably just using very, very old equipment. That's why I probably should just pay the $5 to get my crap out of there. Hello, Ninja Bacon. Thank you for 2 years of subs. Derby is 8 and 24 subs for you.
She has little subs. She cannot live on juice boxes and hard cookies alone.
What I wish PhotoBucket would at least tell me is my stuff there? Like, if I give you $5, so I get it, or do I pay you $5 and then I have to go through like 4 hours of customer service, try to get my money back because you were just being a butt?
Yeah, it might just exist to like scrape $5 off of people who think they might still be able to get their stuff back.
It used to be a legitimate need though. Like, if I needed to share a picture with somebody, it's super easy now. But back then,
A little harder.
how? Like now you can just drop in chat, but we didn't have a chat. So, and all the things that we had were text chats. You couldn't send a picture, especially high res one. Or if you were on a forum and you wanted to provide a link to view something, PhotoBucket was a good way to do that. It was, there was not much else.
A lot of the forums didn't host images because they were too big. So you need a image hosting website.
And I had my own website for a while, and I would actually use that sometimes for the calculator I made for that MMO. So I owned a URL, and so I would sometimes put stuff on there and I'd link it. But if it got too much traffic, I had almost a limited bandwidth.
Yeah.
So I couldn't post it anywhere that was going to get a lot of traffic.
There's a similar thing today. Like if I want to post a video, but I don't want to upload it to YouTube, I'll use Dropbox. Because a lot like Discord has a limit to how big the video can be. Dropbox does not.
I do have a Dropbox still. That was actually until Discord. Dropbox was my folder bucket for a while.
Yeah,
I
still use it.
I have used it, and there's a couple things in there that I also should get off of there before they force me to pay. But I've maxed out my storage on that. It was like I think I had 1 gig, but then I got an increase because of something. So I think I had a couple gigs, but it's there's a lot of weird horse stuff there too. It was one again. The Dropbox is where I would just do a public link and send that to people for them to download.
I think I sent when I was trying to figure out the Carousel Boutique, I sent a few versions of that through Dropbox because my first few versions were so big, file size wise, that I couldn't send them through Discord, which created its own set of problems. I don't know that Dropbox is dying. I think they still have a place.
Dropbox is fine. Dropbox is used by a lot of corporations for data retention, data storage, and data transfer project maintenance. When I was not my current job, but my one before that, they used Dropbox. But from a general person perspective, I don't know many people that are probably using it. I think Discord's just taken that over completely.
I think when Discord increases, and it probably eventually will increase how big a video can be, it's dropped in there, then Dropbox will slowly become irrelevant.
Yeah, Dropbox is probably fine if you want to do some backups. Just double check storage capacity, because a lot of them, if you're just doing like some small documents and some photos, whatever, you probably can get it for cheap or free. But if you're getting into any decent size of content, no.
Look up the scoop. Of course, they are talking about killing Applejack's mom, who she's got on her back.
Apple's mom has got it going on. See?
I mean, she's a cute horse. There's no denying that Pear Butter's adorable. And her dad's William Shatner, so you know she's got money. Oh no. Does that make Applejack part William Shatner?
She's Pear Butter now.
I don't know. She's got to throw herself in my card.
William Shatner is Applejack's grandpa,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's correct. William Shatner's Applejack's grandpa. She didn't know him till she was much older, but yeah. Just weird to think about.
Okay, I think that should be fine for Applejack and Pear Butter.
Can I call you Grandpa?
I really want to keep it this way, but I love that Pear Butter never turns to look at Applejack. She just kind of stares off into space when she speaks. Applejack turns to look at her, but she always just looks away, and she's always kind of like not frowning, but just on the verge of frowning.
She's like, I know I'm sad horse. Why are you making this video? I don't
Because you told me, like, you know what you should work on? More cool horse video.
Yeah, but this one's sad. Why can't you end it like I think I suggest you end it with just like a hug. He gives her mom a hug, and then they get on the card together. All the other horses
Wait,
pick up.
they get on the cart together. They're going to death?
No, all the horses get up and they all sing a song. Like a happy song. Sing a happy, 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 happy song. That one. Okay, that's what we're doing, chat. That's the direction of this video now. It's gonna be better. Less sad. Less mother killing. All the horses get off the cart, but they push Hitch back in, I presume. Of course. Hitch is dead. The rest of them are fine. They're just napping. Hitch is actually dead. He stuck his face in the wrong place on the cart, and Zip just caved his head in, so he's not waking up. Pretty sure his face is between.
Wait, so she
plates.
sat on his face.
She kicked his face.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look at him. Look at Hitch. He is being lewd.
He has not put his face in the wrong place.
It's right between the legs. He's like, he's not even asleep. He's just like, I'm gonna live here.
Mm-hmm.
Lewd. Just crushes his head. Their thighs. Ew. Michael, you need to make a pony model for Source Filmmaker so you can convince Argo to make a short with fat ponies lounging on floating chairs. Oh.
Wait.
Sounds involved. Hey, stop shaking his butt. I don't care how good of a time he's having.
You see? Look, he's like
What are you doing? Why is he motorboating her thighs? It's not okay. Sunny alone.
No smooching.
No smooching. This is beyond smooching. Well, leave Sunny alone. Look, the fact that he hasn't hooked up with Sunny, even though they're like the best of friends and they're both, like, I assume, fairly good looking horses.
That's funny.
Given that he has a calendar of himself.
Look at that, funny. Could that make that hotter?
Oh my, he's messed up. No, he's definitely gay. Or she's gay. Somebody's gay in this relationship. There's no way they can have that level of relationship and not be a couple unless one of them is gay. It's not possible. It's like against the laws of physics or something.
Where is his eye closed thing?
Hitch and Zip? No, it's like a work relationship. Hitch and Pip has been, at least in Make Your Mark, hinted at. But I don't know if they're going to follow up on it because all that's left is Tail Your Tail and they're just doing whatever they want. So, get back in between Zip's legs. Apparently where he belongs.
Hold on.
Why do you make that calendar nice?
There, I'll fix it, Michael.
And she smiled. Oh no. She's just like, yes.
For that shot.
How about the
Actually, she's gonna be deleted probably.
Ooh. Zip?
No, her hoof's showing, so technically I gotta keep her.
Oh no.
There's also Izzy, who's I think getting her nose grinded off. No, she's fine.
It's Zip who's having a real problem.
But she's not having a problem. She's having a good day. Look at that, Michael.
Got a wheel through her head.
She kind of looks like E.T.
Just a little bit. G5 models, I didn't dislike their design, but it did seem a little off, a little too real. It started going into Uncanny Valley a little bit.
I thought they were fine for the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I copied something here.
And they worked in the movie. The G5 movie was good. I don't think anybody who's like a proper horse fan would deny that. Even something Make Your Mark was good, I think. But and a few episodes of Tater Tale were fun. But everything coming out now, I can't. I just can't. I want to watch more of it, but it's hard. Because after Make Your Mark ended, they just kind of threw any existing lore out the window. Anything they were building up to, they were just like, not anymore. Lol. Yeah, I did it. I said lol. Becoming hipper by the moment.
Okay, let's pull that.
I still say I should do a stream on Discord at some point that's just me watching the G5 movie. I think people would enjoy that. Just reading chat. No, Discord's the only place I can do that. You can't do that on Twitch. They get angry. Discord does not care. They are not watching. Of course, I had this feeling I would just complain the whole time about why couldn't they keep doing this? Just be pointing out all the things that were like lore drops and never got used later in the series. I watched the first episode of Wild Mains and it was... I think the one comment I said about Wild Mains is Wild Mains feels like bronies are gravitating towards it a little bit because they're so desperate for anything that might be good. It's kind of like...
might be horse.
Yeah, but it's kind of like during the run of G5, there was another horse show called Philly Fantasia, I think. But nobody really watched it because G4 was good. But because G5 is kind of bad, this is their Philly Fantasia, and at least it's something different. If G5 was good, nobody would be watching Wild Mains. Because Wild Mains isn't good. It's just something.
And they have toys.
They do have toys.
Didn't in the picture you posted, wasn't there Wild Main in the stores?
Yeah, it was a Target. Then all they had for Pony was a baby alive wearing a Pip shirt.
Which I thought was hilarious. They have Pony. It's just been delegated to being the burp spit mat for a small baby.
This is the rough period of the horse fandom.
Waiting for G6.
I kept holding out hope they would fix G5 because it had a lot of potential, and it still does. But they're not going to fix it. They don't care. It would need almost a hard reset at this point. I felt like Wild Mains took all the worst lessons from G5 and just amplified them to make a different horse show. Like, the main character went from making smoothies to making cocoa. It still runs like a stand.
It does feel like they took everything that was in the movie that set up for something and then just like retconned all of it. Like the movie doesn't exist anymore. They just creating a whole new world instead of using it as the base.
Yeah.
It's kind of goofy, but I don't care. I've never really watched it.
Telltale or Make Your Mark or
Any of them.
any of them.
I mean, I've seen one episode of the 3D one twice.
Yeah.
And then other than that, I don't think I've seen a full episode of any of it. And I just don't care.
When the movie was good, but then the Make Your Mark kind of retconned a lot of what their interests were, which made their cutie marks not make any sense anymore. And then they tried to put it back on course when they brought GM Burroughs and one of the DWK artists in to try to fix it. But then by that point it was too late. And then when Tell Your Tale took over by itself, they retconned everything again for what the characters could do and what their interests were. So the show lacks any kind of direction. And anytime it tries to pick up a direction, it switches direction when things change. It's broken at its core, and it's unfortunate. I wish it hadn't worked out that way, but it did. So that's why people are running to WoW in Maine. I hope it's better. It's not, but there's that hope. Well, G5 had Roblox too for a bit. If anybody actually remembers that.
Roblox too. Well, they're definitely playing towards a specific crowd then. Yeah.
Well, they recognize Hasbro is falling off the wagon, so they're trying to jump on it.
During the height of G4, trying to jump on the bandwagon of other horse probably wasn't going to work.
Yeah, that's Philly Fantasia. They tried and they failed because...
But that was towards the end.
It was like in the middle.
Oh, it wasn't? Hold on. Oh, okay.
It's Philadelphia, Philly. You can start with an F, but Fantasia, that's what it was.
So it came out in
2012. Oh, 2019. What?
So those are the production companies.
Oh.
So they started in 2019.
So right towards the end, you're right.
Yeah.
Miss Sparkle was the head. Twilight is a fairy filly. Like, straight up, the first two recurring characters are Miss
And then
Sparkle.
Zach.
That's creative.
But you always said that
Sparkle
they
and
didn't have
Twilight.
chunky enough hooves in the new one. Look at those chunk
Those are
hooves.
super chonk hooves.
I mean, like, how do they move?
It's great effort.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
His hoof is bigger than his head.
Look, they had Queen Haven before Queen Haven. Like over there, yeah.
That was Devin looking at her butt.
He's definitely looking at it. They got a bat. And it's gonna be looking at Philly Fantasia now.
Look at the bat.
That is a bat.
See, that just makes it look like the other horse.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of artists who tried to make them look like G4 horses. This is flurry.
Oh my god.
They like say what you will about the 3D and E5. This was peak Philly Fantasia.
Look how chunky their hooves are.
They're mostly hooves.
Do they even walk?
They just drag them behind them.
Yeah, I mean, like, the one thing that I always found is probably the most frustrating to work with the 3D horses is crossing the legs. They were so big that it just was bulky to work with. And then they're like, what if we made them bigger? Where's her back knee?
They just drag those things.
Do they have wheels? How does this work?
Jankily, I've seen the animation. It is like episode 1 of G5 throughout.
Wow. And look at those faces. They're like blank stare.
You don't know. See, I'm moving to the Philly Fantasia crowd. I'm a Philly Fantasia horse fan now. I would be very surprised at this point if G6 doesn't involve the G4 characters, because they would be, when things are failing, you go back to what worked.
It depends if you really mess it up.
They really messed up G5.
No, really mess it up would mean if they did it bad overall. The movie was great, and it was with what the expectations were from the community. The movie ended up actually making people happy.
Yeah, the movie was good.
And then I had hope.
Yeah, I did too. I had a lot of hope when the movie came out.
Yep.
And then they sold the studio that made it. And then I was like, oh no. And some of Make Your Mark is good. Like the Bridalwood episode, excellent. If the whole series was the Bridalwood episode, I would have zero complaints. But it's not.
Oh, Dragonhound. A song that's going on in my head for a few days now. A song?
Not a song.
I hope I got out Cheez-It Dashes in everybody's head now.
She's cheesing it, yeah.
The people were saying it was a banger, Michael.
No. Well, it's a banger in the way a commercial jingle is a banger. It gets stuck in your head, but you wish it'd go away. No one lives forever.
So we're watching a fan-made MLP video.
Those are fun.
Twitch needs to stop making links out of things it thinks are links.
If you put a period and then you have to put a space.
No, Twitch is
things are
just
links.
Twitch is just stupid.
Yeah. If they just did G6 as a hard reset of G5 instead of G4, I would be fine with that. They gotta do it right. Second time around. Bring back GM Burrows and do the original vision from the start. Even if it was the 2D Malaysian studio doing it, that's fine. But they gotta stick to a decent story. With rules to what the characters can and can't do. Because that's the real hitch. Pun not intended.
You're referencing a stallion.
No. That has a problem, yes. The hitch in all of it is the only animation studio that Hasbro is currently using for Pony is a third-party contractor in Malaysia, which is fine because DHX was a third-party contractor in Canada. It works. Hasbro did not own DHX. They owned Boulder, and they owned E1, but they sold both of them. So, the animation could remain the same as it is in Tell Your Tale. They just need to bring in better writers. And
No, you can't recover it anymore.
no, they'd have to reboot it.
Yeah, but rebooting is you might as well just go. You can't reboot. It just make a whole new world or something. You can't go 5 years of failing and then go, well, like, let's reinvigorate it. No, they're going to just starting from scratch is easier.
I mean, they did that for Brotherhood. They redid it.
Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah.
They didn't redo it. It was that they did the Game of Thrones thing.
Yeah.
The manga wasn't finished, so they finished it the way that they thought because they wanted to keep making it, and it wasn't good. So then Brotherhood was them just making the rest of the manga. Brotherhood didn't start at the beginning. They retold a couple of the stories, but overall, a lot of the ones that were from the original, they skipped.
Well, they just need to tell the story that GM Burrows initially wanted to tell following the movie.
Also,
They didn't
the first one wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It's just that the second one was better. This one is going from something bad.
Yes, it completely destroyed
Yeah,
itself.
it's not, no.
I like Sunny and
It's like trying to make a pie and then you make a better pie. You're talking about taking a pile of shit and then turning it into pie.
I want them to treat Queen Haven right.
They just need to give Queen Haven her own spin-off. Queen Haven growing up.
No, because the best part about Queen Haven is her nagging her daughters to find like
I know, but she
like
has friends and
science.
stuff. And she was like, she's just an asshole. It'd be great.
I just want Queen Haven trying to set her daughters up every episode. Like, I found you a man, take it. Like, Mom, no. Yes, that could be the whole show. That's the most disappointing thing with G5 is that they did have good character.
You just want more Queen Haven, nothing more.
Pip's good. Pip is good. Sonny's okay.
Zip Pip's mom has got it going on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bill thinks so.
He's gonna destroy her.
I feel like it's gonna be the other way around. She's gonna have a candle, and she's like, get ready. It's gonna be all night. And he's just gonna gulp. Literally, the 3D model for Sunny in the exact same as Twilight's. Gave the Sunny model after Bernie's didn't want they were originally made. They showed Twilight in the in G5 for like a brief moment in the hologram thing, and she looked, I don't know. They used the G5 models, which just did not fit Twilight. I didn't see Twilight. I saw like a beefy Twilight. It was weird. The G5 ponies were wider, I guess. She had eyebrows. Yes, she did. I don't know, but it doesn't matter because so many story points that were brought up throughout the run of the G5 series got dropped almost immediately after they got brought up. Like Twilight sending them messages about Opaline from the past, about how she did all these horrible things and how she had to be stopped. Never mattered. Never got brought up. They got brought up a few times and then they dropped it because they moved on. Like there was a whole thing where they were supposed to decipher parts of the message because it was corrupted and they never did that. Anyways, I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay. Ooh, I'm lost here. Michael just ranted. I'm sorry for your lost. Yeah, upper face needs to get a little bit of rounding here too. We're gonna make it dip a little bit here. Maybe not, or at least less. That's fine.
Want to be made clear for the record that I wasn't ranting. I was answering chat.
What's the difference?
Not much. Very little. Oh, wait, Ghost Spirit thing. It was a hug. My favorite story point in all of G5 that kind of again got dropped was the Moon Dancer thing, where each of her subsequent granddaughters transferred their memories one generation to the next. I thought that was a cool story point.
Where's the pipe? Not locked to Trixie.
I think the G4 models in this that you're animating right now are really good. I just wish they were a little fuzzier.
That's SFM's issue, not the modeler.
Yeah.
And I thought they're fuzzy enough.
Well, in G5, they were super fuzzy, especially in the movie. I want that fuzzy. I remember watching the G5 movie for the first time, like, they're so fuzzy. I loved it. Why would they reuse the main six from G4? Because they were the ones who made the most money. From Hasbro's perspective, that would be the reason.
I could see them wanting to roll back to G4 to try to make some more, but I think that if they're going to go with anything, they're just going to focus on the things that they're focusing on, because that's a wider. Focusing on G4 is trying to market something that might have a chance, but D&D is so big right now. Pumping more money into that is the best plan, and I really can't disagree with them, because D&D, between the movie, Baldur's Gate, and all this other content that's come out, it's kind of a big thing now.
But that's because they dumped a bunch of money into it. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Kind of. They dumped money into Baldur's Gate 3. I don't think they planned for it to be as successful as it was.
Yeah.
So now they're trying to capitalize on a low-way success.
Yeah,
Kind of like the reason that MLP Gen 4 had 9 seasons.
Yeah, but G5 failed because they pulled money away from it.
Yeah, so they could probably put it in D&D. Also, they probably looked at it as, well, it's already, things are going fine. We don't need to give them money because they're going to watch it anyway. And especially with the movie getting as good a reception as it had, they probably were like, whatever, pull it away. Or other business decisions, they needed to remove studios for tax reasons. Who knows?
The CEO died, and the new CEO sold the studio to make quick cash grabs for the board. That's why. That's what happened. It's aggravating. G5 could have been good if one person had not died. Kind of horrible to put in that perspective, but probably true.
Or if you were in charge.
Yes. You hear me, Hasbro? Put me in charge. I'll fix it. It's like, just give me a budget. Like,
$12.
give me $12. Oof. Me going on Film Fiction and be like, who wants to write for Pony? There'd be takers. Can't guarantee all of them would be good. Can't remember his name off the top of my head, but in the CEO at one right after the end of G4, he planned G5. He prepped Boulder Studio to take over the My Little Pony franchise. And then as soon as G5 was essentially ready to go, he passed away at like 56 or something. Got pretty young. But he had led Hasbro through like the 1990s, or late 1980s.
Or he was prepping it to fail, and when he died, it was just fulfilling his prophecy.
That's what it was. No, the movie was great.
You were the chosen one.
But he passed away, and then the new CEO, Chris Cox, took over. And the first thing he did was sell the studio that was prepped to do G5. It was Boulder Animations.
Oh, thank you for the resub. I'll be backward. Oh, thanks for all the info without being coy about it. The horse stuff. If Michael gets started on it, he's just gonna go. Like, you could put him in a room by himself with no connection to the internet and just be like, Michael, tell me about Hasbro, and then close the door, and he would just go and go.
I would. He's not wrong.
I've heard this stuff from him 1,000 times. Many people have probably heard it 100 times.
Asking. Let it pop. You want more booze? You seem angry that you're out of booze.
Maybe. I had like cereal and then like a little ice cream today before eventually eating dinner, and I was like just starving all day, so I just want calories.
Get you another one.
Well, these are only 100 calories. Well, it's because it's a tiny can.
Wait, how many calories?
They don't put it on those.
They don't want you to know.
Ooh, it's filtered water.
Ooh, good. They didn't just tap.
Ingredients: filtered water, alcohol, natural flavors. That is literally 98% of it.
You want that or you want the nice?
Cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try that. That's a good one. You can go about pony lore. I've never really been big on the pony lore side of things. I've left that to other people. I like trying to tell stories in different ways, but I don't really like to do lore with them. I'll have my idea for a story, but it's only for the video. I don't try to like backlog it of like, well, what happened here? Okay, well, that scene is done. Okay, so all these in a row are done. Well, not done, but... Thinking about doing this. Yeah. I think I actually will do that. I think we might cut it there. It's without that, if I only cut when people are talking, it's just way too fast. If I do a little bit of merger here, it's fine. But that does lead me to doing a couple fixes because they kind of stop moving. Yeah.
Something on the can. I think it's part of the label.
This stuff? Yeah, this is label.
Did somebody say something about pony lore?
People wanted a change in the G5 movie or something, and I enjoyed it. No, I don't think if people wanted change in the G5 movie, then I mean, just wait for the series that came out. I think that the G5 movie had no reason to complain at all. I think when it came out, it was surprisingly good and people were happy with it. I don't know if you're going to chink of G5. The exception is that darn baby dragon Hitch ended up with. The baby dragon is stupid.
Yes.
I wouldn't say it's the only stupid thing, but it's the animation quality, the changing of direction for so many things, and Sunny's mom too.
His mom was stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. Why did that pop up out of nowhere? Why was she not in any pictures? There's so many questions on that. This good server I'm in. We talk about that a lot. We theorize that when Twilight permanently opened the portal to Human World, the time linked up. Yeah, it does kind of. Well, it had to. Actually, it could also be when the portal opened, did the world even exist before that? Because the fact that they existed as individual people, but in the one world, they're like, what, maybe 20s? but in the other one they're in high school, which means there's a gap of like a couple years as to how does that make sense?
Well, Celestia and Luna don't make any sense. They should be thousands of years old.
Yeah, but they run a school.
Yeah.
How they're all Celestia and Luna and all of the main 6 and all of everybody from Ponyville were in one building. How did that make any sense? Like, nothing makes sense about it at all.
No.
There's a lot of like hand waving. You need to do that to an extreme degree.
I wasn't a huge fan of EQG for that reason. Because I'm a lore nut, and the lore didn't make sense for EQG. It didn't fit. No, like right off the bat, G5 had problems after the movie. But like their special talents didn't, like Pips was being a pop star. She opens up a hair salon. Okay. Zip, she cared about her people and wanted to teach them to fly. Nope, she's a detective now. Izzy just turns into a kleptomaniac when all she did was, like, the whole recycling thing was kind of always her thing, but then she just becomes a klepto. Like, she just steals crap.
But Izzy, like, I like a lot of the characters, but Sunny became bland.
Yes, she was very boring.
Pip deviated in weird ways. Zip changed a lot. Izzy was the one that I actually kind of liked the whole way because she was just effing crazy the whole time.
Yes, she was more fun.
But I feel like she was almost better in the 2D version than the 3D.
Yeah, she's just like that scene, like, "How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mitchy Poo.
Hey, Hitchy Boo."
I love that, and she's not even there.
She's in the box.
She's in the box. No, it's like Izzy has been fun, and they did a good job with her. I thought it was just gonna be another Pinky, but it wasn't.
After
They found a niche.
After Zip took Hitch's job, he just became a dragon dad. It's like, well, I guess I don't have to do anything anymore since Zip just took my job. So they tried to fix it. They did about halfway into the series. But the fact that they ditched the writers who wrote the movie in favor of cheaper ones and then realized, oh crap, it's all falling apart, bring them back. By the time they brought them back, everybody had already tuned out. And
Or you don't get everybody back because, like, when you let somebody go, they tend to go look for other work.
they brought the ones back that mattered, but it was too little too late.
Yeah, but again, even then, were they unemployed the whole time? And if you bring them back with that, if a company lets you go and then says, wait, can you come back? That means they're desperate.
Yes.
Which means you start asking for way more money. Because if they're desperate, they're willing to drop some dough. Or at least get promises in place.
It was the Bridalwood episode that they started to get things back on track, but it was like, I don't know that a lot of people got that far. To be fair, it was the Christmas episode where you meet Hitch's grandmother that the people were back that had made the movie. The writers, anyways. It's pretty clear that with Tell Your Tale now, they're just kind of letting them write for themselves. I don't think you should race. Well, I think they are like Twilight without her unicorn powers doesn't feel like Twilight to me. It's like if you take Rainbow Dash's wings, she's not Rainbow Dash.
She'd be Rainbow Walk.
You know, Fluttershy's unicorn is fine because it didn't really personify her character, but you can't. If you take something that away that personifies that character, then they're not that character anymore. So Fluttershy is an Earth Pony, is fine, but
yeah, they took away Rarity's Beauty or Fluttershy Sinus or Spike.
Spike was fun to have around. I liked Spike as a punching bag.
Spike, I don't know.
Spike was fine.
He kind of got full of himself later.
Yeah, but it was great when it just made it more fun when they like slapped him around.
It's one of my favorite anthology shorts. It was just one of the easy ones. Just the ice sculpture. Remember me.
Like, you could change Fluttershy, okay, that's fine, because being a Pegasus, it doesn't really define her. Applejack, she's defined by being a strong Earth pony, so you couldn't change that. Rarity, she would be fine as a Pegasus or an Earth pony. She's defined by her beauty.
Yes, but she also tries to personify herself as regal, and the unicorns tend to be the real race.
Like when you're not in the clouds.
No, like just in Canterlot. She has the Canterlot scene, and that's a lot of unicorn.
Yeah. I don't know. I would prefer they didn't change any of them, but they are who they are.
How about they just make them all alicorns?
No.
They all get to drink the white juice.
No, Larson, stop. What? The white juice.
That's one of my favorites on What the Dub is when she drinks the juice, then it's just like the eyes glow.
It's a fun one to play around with.
Yeah.
They did that in G5 Tell Your Tale, though. Spoiler slightly, but they gave them all wings in an episode. I didn't watch the episode yet, but I'm aware of the episode. I'm angry. They literally turned them all into alicorns. Like, we were talking about this in a previous stream. 4 of them are already set to be princesses. Just Hitch and Izzy who are left, who aren't princesses. Oh, I can't stand it. Anyway, I just need to live long enough for them to fix it. Complaining, I'm observing loudly. Kings can't be princesses. Drink the right potion now. Be like, what was it? Pony Life, where they just had a whole cupboard full of random potions. They didn't know what they did, but they just drank them anyways. Which was weird. I don't know how many of you watched Pony Life, but they literally just drink random potions to see what they do. And they don't even know where the potions come from until like halfway through the series. Like, I thought you put the potions there. It's not me. They're just chugging them down.
Okay, that's better. A little better, anyway.
Surprise was Lauren Faust's original version for Pinkie Pie, which was a Pegasus. And then she had initially, I think Fluttershy was going to be a unicorn or earth pony. I'm not sure.
No smooching.
Oh, I just copied everything.
But Hasbro wanted Pinkie Pie because she was an established character. It was a Pegasus. Yeah. Well, Surprise was a Pegasus, yeah. Hasbro wanted Pinkie Pie because she was a established character and they wanted her somewhere in the show. Fluttershy was based off Posey. I know that. Who in G5 Posey came back as a racist. Boom. Fun. A tiny mouth. Trixie a carrot.
No.
No, she looks hungry.
Stupid English or like the British accent, because it's not like if you say can't here, it's can't, which that motion. These models are much easier at doing can't compared to can't, but oh god, the old ones would be really bad.
Can't. It is a different mouth movement in it.
Yeah. So if you say can't, it's and other than yeah, that's one thing. Lip syncing is like if you want to have it automated, it's actually based on the accent too.
Yeah.
You have to build one for the accent. There's a lot more mouth puckering at the start of words. So instead of can't, we'll also go they go can't, and so it starts forward a lot more. It's a lot more like tiny mouth.
Hey, tiny mouth. Like tiny mouth. Well, and that was like G3 that he had like the Rainbow Dash that acted like rarity.
There you go, Michael.
That's so happy. Cookie Jeffrey, she get that cookie. Will she ever bite that cookie? She needs milk.
There you go, Michael.
Oh no, she knows what she did. She murdered so many people. I like that Trixie comic I posted today with Twilight telling her to get her trailer off of her lawn. It's like, it's been there for a month. You're squatting. You cannot squat on my lawn.
I should just like render sometime out just this.
Yes.
And then just that's your wallpaper.
Yeah, I just won't leave my room. I'll just stare at that and be happy.
Or we can have it animated and just have it doing like this.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. She just ate all the goats. And she knows you know what she's not saying. Just look at the face of Messi.
It's like it's the face of Messi.
Oh no. She make pop noises. Adorable. There you go. That's so cute.
It's like Trixie is like, did you steal anything?
She definitely. No. She didn't only steal it. She's currently has it in her mouth.
What's that face?
That's the face of someone who's about to murder you. It's the serial killer at the end of the road. You do not approach that. Be right back.
We got so much stuff to undo. Still a gnat flying around. So this is way forward. That okay, that's a weird one. And take him back. Okay,
I've returned. Went to the other room. Stretched out a bit.
you get a fart.
Oh, I stretched out a bit. Trying to stay awake. I need to go in the other room, do a little bit of moving about.
You definitely farted.
No fart. I did belch. No farts.
That's usually why you leave the room.
Various gases. My God, he has returned. Like a second coming.
At least all of these words that he's using are small. I hate multiple syllable words. It's no, like when it's like it's l, e, and then it open in the middle, like. But when it's like with the coming up as regulation, that's 4 syllables. Oh, those suck. Oh, yeah.
And horses have the whitest teeth.
Well, yeah, when you're fake, you can do whatever the hell you want and make them as pretty as possible.
How dare you say they're fake? They are real and they're just lazy.
Yes, they're real, and for some reason, like, they existed beforehand, but it took the mind of a creative individual to create them into this world.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just lazy, and that's they exist, but you have to move them because they don't feel like it. If I'm probably you have no idea how nice that sounds. Yes, Michael. Let's go back to bed. I'll dream of ponies. A weird thing today, somebody drew a picture of a bunch of people deep underground inside of a laser disco show. And it was weird because I had that exact dream. And somebody drew it. It's probably not normal.
Who did that one? Ooh, Sunset did that one.
Sunset wants a stupid face?
Sunset was lip sync. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
They just want you to suffer.
Well, for one, I have to get the audio for it.
You have to do the whole video. That's a video. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Lip sync is already boring. You're like, you know what? Do more.
Yeah. He's looking for an escape from lip sync, and you're just like, oh, lip sync.
Remember, I can half-ass these.
Good. But you have to make sure that whichever pony says this
Look at them.
is dancing with penguins. You gotta have penguins.
You mean raccoons?
Well, they dance with penguins in Mary Poppins.
No, there was something I heard.
Penguins more.
There was a comment somebody left on a picture of Pocahontas with the raccoon like doing her hair, and they're like, "I didn't know penguins could braid hair." And I was like, "That ain't no penguin." And I found it funny.
You don't know.
It's the name of Michael's OC. Is this
Do you
tailnail?
remember? No, I told you it before. I've told you it a couple times, and you keep forgetting.
Beans.
No,
Charles.
no,
The Queen.
no.
Smelly.
What's on its butt?
Francis.
What is on the OC's butt? What is its cutie mark?
Stephen.
It's not Steve. Its cutie mark gives away what his name is.
Asshole.
No.
Oh, it's not the mid cutie mark. Okay.
No, not the the one found in between. No. It's Jumpin' Jack.
I know.
I feel like you might have, but you're just a butt.
Why, as your name with Michael, did you name your OC Jack?
There were two reasons, and I only remember one of them. But I know there were two.
Okay, so here, hold on. We'll do. So
Oh, I remember both now. It was kind of a play on. I enjoy games, but I'm also kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. I am. I have lots of skills. I'm just not good at anything.
a jack of all trades, master of none, isn't that you have no skills. It's that you have the basic understanding of a lot of things.
Yes.
You just said you're bad at everything.
No, but I have a basic understanding of those things I'm bad at.
No, you just said you're bad at them.
Yeah, but I still have a basic understanding of them.
Like microphones.
Yes. Mother in the microphone.
Yeah.
Doesn't Jonathan have a reference sheet? He does not.
Trying to get the audio for it would actually be kind of hard. We can see if we can get it.
I've drawn a few pictures of it over the years. The only person who's ever drawn a picture of my OC that's not me is Midprim. And I recently got a message from her saying that somebody thought my OC was Harry Dubois from Disco Elysium. 1964.
We'll see if we get the audio for it. Oh, look at that resolution. I was watching a thing that was talking about how they did the green screen here. And it was actually kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
Because it's better than it is nowadays.
Yeah.
Because they were using the sodium lamps.
And it made everything yellow, so it's basically yellow screen.
It's because the sodium lamps are on a very, very tight frequency. So they can just adjust for that frequency and basically kind of remove it from the spectrum. And so when they were filming this, they essentially were doing the whole thing under completely orange light. But then when they did the resolution afterwards and stuff, it allows a lot of the transparency for stuff to be perfect, because you're not removing light, you're using a frequency of light. It's neat. The Corridor crew did a thing. It was actually really neat, and they showed a comparison, and they're like, wow, it's actually really good.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for all things, but for the time, this was crazy good.
Oh no, this blew people's minds.
Yeah, they had issues with light coming in from other sources, so they had a skylight and they had to completely cover that. They had to do all this stuff because it had to be pure black It had to be only that light. But I feel like
It worked.
technology innovation from the 1900s to like the 1950s was crazy.
Yes.
We still innovate now, but I feel like it's so much smaller. They could do some weird, cool things with old tech.
They could do neat stuff with less.
Yeah, way less.
Yeah.
And like this, like the fact they could do that and it worked is so good. And we're not even talking about having high resolution. This was crappy resolution. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they recreated it pretty much because they had to use a split lens. That was why it was. They had to use two cameras aimed at a lens that would refract. Get the light to refract in two different ways. It was really goofy. And the thing that was used to do it didn't exist anymore. It was gone.
Yeah.
And nobody really knew how it was done.
They had to recreate it.
Yeah, they had to recreate it. So it's kind of neat.
I like the horse. It's a good horse.
Okay, so this is where. So I'm gonna have to. How do I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, it's so much extra work for it.
They came up with easier ways of doing it, and it's just old technology that was also. It's not that there aren't better ways now. It's just doing what they did with what they did and the time they did it was impressive.
Yeah, for the time it was impressive. That's why I was like, if they were to do something like that nowadays, it would still be like, wow, but they did it 70 years before. And that's what makes it nuts.
There's a lot of things that could have gone wrong when they were doing it that they just got right.
I just got to be sure you're clicking on these. Okay.
Now you just stand in front of a green screen and computers work out the rest.
Yeah, Y2Mate tends to be the best for most of those.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that they tend to be taken down quite a bit.
We have Mary Poppins on the Plex.
There we go. Okay, so we'll do this. And
It's going to take you a while.
I don't think I'm going to care about the whole song. We're going to remove most of it.
I hope not. That was a good one.
Well, this would be a fun one to search for in the future.
Yeah.
I'll wait until I get it in. I loaded a model though, so I have to exit. Michael.
They changed what they want.
Oh my God, horse.
Oh, horse.
No, that's what you requested. I'm spending more time getting the audio than I'm going to spend actually doing the lip syncing. Trust me. I'm actually going to do, I've used YouTube MP3 before as well.
Make sure they have penguins and make sure they have that horse. They should have that horse. Wow, you have a lot of stuff that wants to get deleted.
No, it's just when it has a hiccup on the connection, it will ask you to delete everything. It's really annoying. God damn it, I loaded the library. Hopefully it didn't fully load.
Can you make that horse smooch another horse? She's looking at me like she's waiting.
Okay. Okay, so it's right here.
She's still alive. The one you play Mary Poppins. I think so.
No
Her and
smooching.
Dick Van Dyke, I think, are both still alive.
We actually looked this up before. Dick Van Dyke is alive, but he's in his 90s.
Yeah, he's very old.
Julie Andrews?
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, I'm
She's
pretty sure
still
she's
alive,
alive.
right? Yeah, she's 88. She's still alive.
Only 80.
What do you mean?
Only
Only
88?
88.
Oh, no, because I saw 1935, and for some reason I thought that was older.
Yay, Mary Poppins.
Wait, is that what she looks? That can't be like her
Yeah, that's
now.
her.
Now?
I think so. I mean, I'm sure it's hair dye and stuff.
She's being eaten.
Yeah.
Um,
Like Wiki's gonna have a pretty recent picture of her. Oh, that's right. She was Sound of Music too.
but they made a sequel.
No. I get it.
I did that to
clever.
a coworker the other day too. She's like, as well.
Sound of Music is a good film. I've watched it probably at least 5 times. I enjoy that musical. Not my favorite musical.
Okay.
Victor, sit down. Lick that rainbow dish. Got her.
Well, you guys can't even hear the music, can you?
That was smooching. You created smooching with that one kite.
All right, see you later, Brony. All right. Oh, I put the marks here, but I can't see them in here. Okay, it's just after 5. All right.
It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even
My favorite musical might be Sweeney Todd, but I'm a huge Tim Burton fan, so maybe biased.
Okay. So if we want to make this quick, we do that for the opening, and then all we worry about is pucker and teeth. That's all it is. So this is
I know your favorite musical without even having to ask. Your favorite musical?
what?
Phantom of the Opera.
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah.
I went to see it the New York show when it came to Minnesota.
And I have never seen it in any format.
Really?
Yep. Never seen Phantom of the Opera.
I thought I found the. Did I find it?
You have it on DVD.
No. Did I find a? No. I thought I had it on Blu-ray. I've been looking for it.
Pony that's getting watched.
It's only 4K on the. I thought I was trying to find the Blu-ray. The movie is rated really poorly from a critic standpoint, but the music is all you ever really do it for. I didn't care about it being
Is there a
movie.
better version?
No, the 2000 is there is a different movie, I think, but all the music is the same. It's just a little more modernized. But if you go to a stage play, it's literally the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about it is because it's a musical based in an opera house, they being able to switch between you watching a show and you being the show
Yeah.
is kind of cool. So like when they had the chandelier come down, the New York show had the giant chandelier that came down over the audience. And when it actually came forward, it was on a rail when it was supposed to crash, and it actually slides down on the rail.
Yeah.
This giant chandelier and stuff, which is super cool. It was very immersive. When guards come to run down to like aim at the stage for stuff, actual people come running down the aisle with guns and aim at the stage. It feels so cool.
The whole opera house is the stage.
Yeah,
It's
anything that is played from the opera, like where off the stage, you are watching it from the audience of that stage, which is a unique experience.
Yeah.
No, I loved it. Then the music is all great.
I'll have to watch it at some point. Like maybe next time we sit down and watch a movie, I can watch it with you. I wouldn't mind.
I will just listen to the soundtrack sometime.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind sitting down and just watch it. I don't know that I'd want to watch it alone. Even when I watched Oppenheimer, Adam watched that with me. I'm sure he dabbed a few times throughout the movie, but I am most looking forward to watching the Beetlejuice sequel right now. I think that's the one movie I'm really looking forward to. It's coming out on the 26th, right? They didn't change the release date for that? Yeah.
Oh god, she's like smiling way too much. Right, just mix that in.
It's a small voice. It was a happy voice. Oh, it's not coming out until September 6th.
That makes sense. Too much for Halloween, so it's kind of in that time.
Originally, the release date was July 26th. That changed plans. Oh well. I'm trying to watch it with my mom when she was here, but I guess that won't be the case now. Doesn't mean there isn't something good in theaters that we could watch. When's the Deadpool and Wolverine movie coming out?
Next week, next Thursday.
Well, there you go. That's what we'll watch then. You want to come with?
That's a movie I'd be okay with seeing.
Yeah, cool. Watch it in theaters. I forget, how do you pronounce that word? Theater.
Theater.
There you go. Pronouncing it correctly. I approve.
Theatre.
Theatra. Never met her. I honestly forget how you pronounce it. Theater. 3-syllable word that you somehow managed to turn into a 2-syllable word. Name out.
And then we just do a little bit like that, and then like that.
That's why you get to watch all the funny faces he makes when he's doing lip syncing Sunset.
You need to. You're not making faces while you're lip syncing, you're doing it wrong.
Nolan's playing 7 Days to Die.
There we go. See? There we go. There's next.
No, I need to hear this. Because she sounds adorable with Julie Andrews' voice.
There we
So
go.
cute.
You can hear it.
Yeah, I can. That's why I know it's cute. Julie Andrews would make a good 20. Okay, now it's just casting spells.
It's okay. But I mean, that for a quick lip sync, it probably looks better from the side. There's just too many random syllables in there. Like the O's and the E's are the big ones. At this point, Argo, your brain just sees sounds as mouth shapes, kind of. But that's what you have to do the mouth thing yourself, because when I do that, I'm trying to figure out like, okay, from this one sound to another, am I bringing my mouth from the back forward or the forward to the backward? What am I ending on? What muscles am I using, and what flexes do I have that activate those muscles, because they might get me what I need. It's goofy.
What I want to know, Chad, is how do you rate Julie Andrews' as Rainbow Dash? A solid 10 out of 10? Sounds like a
There
slightly
you go.
pop
I did it.
Rainbow Dash.
I wish it shouldn't be the model. It should be the group. There we go. There, by Rainbow Dash.
No,
I'm waited her.
she's bloated.
No, the one that was actually really difficult to do for lip syncing was when I had Twilight speaking for Demo Man, because Scottish accent had it like, well, the English accent is a lot of ooh, Scottish is like ah, and it was like every time I had to pull the mouth backwards.
I still remember when I was in the UK. English accents throughout all of England, perfectly easy to understand. Got up to Scotland and I was like, I struggled to understand what the heck some of them were saying. I even looked over at Declan and I'm just like, say, I don't know.
In this, do they have any of the cartoon characters actually sing?
Yeah, like background singers.
I don't want to.
They sing like
Copyright,
underlie.
Well, that is, but having all of those animated characters have to be lip synced to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
There is one guy I think that sings like about his wife, in that, and he's a cartoon character. So yes.
Oh, what's Trixie doing?
Oh no, she's morbid.
She's morbid.
She's morbid.
Morbid time. Still want to watch that movie just so I know how bad it is.
Oh,
We have it on Blu-ray.
I would watch it with you. I know.
Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, because I watched it off the Plex when I was in Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
That's how I've seen it. It was off the Plex. I'd watch it with you just to laugh at it again. It's such a bad movie. Like I had heard it was bad.
Something says it says something when
things in me.
When I was at Half Price Books and I found Morbius in the clearance aisle like 6 months after it came out. So not only was it purchased by somebody and then sold to Half Price Books, but nobody wanted it, and it went to the $2 aisle on Blu-ray.
Like I expected it to be not good. Like this doesn't stand up to the MCU movies. Like okay, fine, whatever. But it broke something in me. It was so bad.
And what I actually hate about it is Matt Smith was in there, and he was in that, and then he was in a different series that ended up having a bomb issue, and so he just had a lot of bad luck. And he's an amazing actor.
Yeah.
And so I feel bad for the guy because he's gotten all this controversy stuff for being in all this other things. Like we're only good in Doctor Who, but it's like, but everything he's been has probably been great except for everybody around him, maybe.
Well, no, like I don't think any of the acting in Morbius is bad. I think all the actors did their best with the material they were given. It was just the writing and the plot points and just the motivations of the characters were garbage to the point where it was painful. But no, Matt Smith did great with what he was given. So, not Matt Smith's fault that Morbius is bad.
Cheers, Dragon.
He does not need that on his head. I do think when people were asking him about the movie, he got a little defensive, if I remember correctly. Like, I need this movie to be good. If you think it's bad, my career will suffer. No, Matt Smith, not his fault.
No, Matt Smith, he's probably my favorite Doctor. No, Tennant's awesome.
Yeah.
But Matt Smith brought something to the character that was just a giddiness to the character that was, but with an underlying old man.
He was the boyfriend. Oh, no,
Tennant was the boyfriend. No, Matt Smith was the BFF.
Yeah.
But he was so good at that character. So, and also it was at that point that they changed director and they swapped over from kind of like TV camera to more movie style camera, and so it became a lot more cinematic. Mm-hmm. But they probably had crazy budget too.
That reminds me, Nolan. Hey, Michael, did you see the Humble Bundle has a modding bundle? What? Like the mods already in the games, or
No, probably tools.
weird. Modding tools.
Give me mining toolkit. It's whatever that word is. Toolkit for Blender, Better FBX importer exporter, Bakemaster.
Okay, see that? The Better FBX. If you mod anything, somebody actually gave that to me, and I could not mod a lot before I had that. It didn't work. So the Better FBX.
It gave it to you, so you cheated it.
He gave it to me.
A lot of this stuff is just models, though.
Yes, a lot of his models, but that top thing, the second.
Yeah, but that's the only thing I can think of here that's modding specific.
Yeah.
Everything else is game development too.
Yeah.
Game rig tools, maybe. Quick Baker, maybe.
No. Really, the only thing I've seen on here that I'll tell you straight up you need is
Blender game development tutorial, which is also not modding.
You can watch YouTube.
Trash kit.
Okay.
That's where they put the horses.
I honestly didn't know where else to get that program from. If I lost that program, I wouldn't know where to get it. Somebody gave it to me through Discord, and it was a lifesaver. The better FBX.
Well, then you should just legit buy it now.
No, I already got it. I didn't
steal it. Somebody else did and gave it to me.
I didn't know where it came from until just now. I just know it's
Software isn't free.
It came from somewhere. And tell that to GIMP. Tell that to VLC. Stuff that's
Well, yeah, open
magical
source
things.
stuff.
I don't know where it came from. He just gave it to me and said,
You didn't ask
"You need
questions?
this." No, it worked. And the stuff I was doing before didn't. It changed my life as far as modding was concerned.
Oh, okay. Because I thought Horse did that, but
No, horse,
no, FBX import exporter.
horse changed my life for the good and the bad. I don't know which ones for sure. I can't see the alternate path where I'm a billionaire. Because it's like, one day, a man living in Kentucky watched a horse show and loved it. But what would happen if he hadn't loved it? I'm just surrounded by beautiful women, money, piles of it. And it's just like, oh, but it's not horse, so I wouldn't be happy. Maybe it was horsewomen. I could boop on the nose. That's what I want to call my version of My Little Pony. Horsewomen.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, I didn't realize how funny the line is. It's against regulation. Like, if you really think about it, it's the middle of the medieval times. This guy's just picking up dead bodies in a cart, and he's like, well, the rules say...
To be fair, there was people paying them to do that.
Yeah, but nobody's going to know.
No. They would dump them in the river.
But it's the medieval times, and you're like, I better follow the rules.
Yeah,
Like,
the rules exist for a reason. Come on.
you just stole software, and you were just
I
saying...
didn't steal nothing. It was given to me as a gift.
As long as the person that steals it just gives it to people.
Yeah.
So Robin Hood did nothing wrong.
I didn't know where it came from. It's like somebody steals an apple and gives it to me to eat. It's not my fault that it was stolen. I just got an apple. Well, I know. I didn't know up until just today. I didn't know where that program came from. I just know I couldn't do what I do without it. Because the standard FBX exporter for Blender does not work for crap with anything Unreal Engine. It just doesn't. Michael is committing software laundering. No, I can't get rid of it. I wouldn't be able to mod it anymore. Because I struggled with it forever because Blender has an FBX exporter, but it just does not work properly. Be right back again.
Gonna go fart. Relation.
It's against regulation. It's against regulation.
You had the Mario movie on the floor.
I got it during the Prime stuff. It's not just the Mario movie; it's the 4K HDR.
Ooh.
I got it for like $15.
Let me guess, you can't burn it because the Blu-ray drive's still acting up.
I haven't tried it, but it's not going to. I have I still have to do all of Big Bang Theory because Kyle let us borrow it. So
It's against regulation. Just getting into this weekend, I already got 4 projects minimum. 5 if you include the meals I plan to make. I might just make the one meal. I really gotta cook those collard greens in the fridge though, otherwise they're just gonna go bad. It's gonna be like pasta and collard greens. A bit odd. But it's either that or waste them. Now, I will say anybody getting into modding, especially for Unreal Engine, that FBX thing is kind of a necessity. You'll just bang your head against the wall without it. I know that from experience. I don't know why Blender's standard FBX tool is garbage, but it is. One of your projects, Strip Rock, it is. That is one of the things I want to work on this weekend if I can find time. But it isn't just time that I need, it's energy too. So my brain is turned to mush by the time I've completed the other projects. I'm not going to be particularly motivated to work on it, but I need to.
I don't have a rush for the drive thing. It's just I want to redo all the 4K stuff, but there's not need to get it done right now.
It doesn't take very long. That's one of this.
I know, but I still have to tear everything apart to get to that.
Yeah.
I have to take it off the rack. I have to unhook everything. I have to literally pull everything out. The cage that has the hard drives or the things on it would take a little while to get out.
Well, once you get it out, I'll do my best to get it cleaned up quick.
Yeah, so I'll get to it when I get to it, but I have some other stuff I want to do tomorrow too.
I'll get to it when I get to it.
I can't take him like that.
Okay, so there's a little bit of the voicing missing at the beginning because it's not supposed to be shown.
I feel like I'm the nagging wife. You need you.
Wow, being sexist, I see.
Oh, I'm the nagging
Take
wife.
him like that.
I'm the sexy one.
I copy. I don't think I did.
It's kind of one of the reasons I am leaning towards not another derpy panel, but a modding panel for Ciderfest. Is because I can. The derpy panel is vague, where I have solid ideas for a modding panel.
I can't take him like that. It's against regulation.
I would love to make 7 Days to Die Pony. Yeah, no. I don't know what engine 7 Days to Die uses. I think it's Unity. Could be wrong.
It's been in development for 18 years, though.
Yeah. It'll probably say under the wiki what engine it's on.
The engine is a type of resource in 7 Days to Die.
It is. If you click on the wiki, it'll probably be in the description. Microsoft, Linux, Unity. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know Unity well.
Wait, the developer is the Fun Pimps?
Yeah. That's their name. They're fun pimps. Their opening is great. Just a cane and a purple suit.
Okay, that's
Like
very funny.
a big fuzzy hat.
So they're whoring out fun.
Yeah. 7 Days to Die is great. I like that game.
Can't take him like that.
It wouldn't be that hard.
It's against against
I
regulation.
did consider trying, but again, I've never touched Unity, and I've already learned 3 engines. Unity does seem like one of those ones worth learning, but I don't know.
Him like that. Him
I'm
like
sure I
that.
could figure it out if I sat down and learned it,
Him like that.
but I have so many other things in Unreal that I want to work on. Like, what was it?
Him like that.
Pacific Drive. The second I realized that was made in Unreal, I was like, I'm
Okay.
gonna do something with this.
So Pacific Drive had an update, and I'm kind of sad that we weren't playing it when that update came out because it had something really cool. So they have it's a new update, but they have one thing they added. They'll show at the beginning here. Well, that's me driving for sure. Oh, maybe it's not at the beginning.
I like how they slid in.
No, so it's. Well, this isn't even the trailer. This is just the whole thing. Let me go to the news. There we go. Yeah, here. Thought it was at the beginning. They gave jet boosters to the side of your car so you can just shove yourself in a direction that's go boop. Like,
It's extreme driving is what that is. No, I'm not turning.
look at these things.
I need a booster my way. Turning is for losers.
And they got paintable lights now. Like, I mean,
Okay,
dude,
that's cool. I like the paintable lights.
the paintable lights.
You can tint them different colors.
Yeah, this is also cool. Smart matter destructor, so you can just toss things at the destructor and it just grabs it and pulls it in. With how that thing looked, they probably intended to do that. Just took a little while to get it to work. They have the booster thing. Yeah, the paintable lights. This is the actual paid DLC. They added dumpster content, so you can get some extra stickers, little dumpster things. But the skins on the outside are actually kind of cool. I like that.
Some new decals.
And a photo mode. That was the other thing. So you can do some actually pretty cool photos and stuff, which it's a very picturesque game. So that's kind of neat. But the stupid little booster is super cool. I want to know what happens if you put 2 of them on one side. If your whole car is boosters, can I beat the game going sideways? So I'm kind of sad about that.
No, he's dangerous with boosters.
Yeah, try to see if you can beat the game without accelerating. You use the nitrous in the back,
You'd run out so fast.
nitrous in the front, and then a booster on either side, and then a whole crap load of shocks to your battery.
I would have liked to see you do a long mission with just the electric engines, because I did it in my game, but it's
I have wanted to go
different. It's just different.
to go back to do some of the achievements, but some of them would be kind of boring. I think the only one that would be interesting to potentially watch is you have to extract it the 3rd spot with no panels or doors. So you have to take every panel and door off your car and make it to the end.
Yeah, I don't like that, because that's that's an achievement you would only get if you knew what you were
Yeah,
supposed to be
no,
doing.
but that one's the only thing that would be entertaining. Maybe there is one that is you have to go to the 4th one, and you can have no fixable errors. So you can have no flats, no anything. You basically have to go with your car to the end with almost no damage. That's tough. Because that game wants to kill you.
That can be just RNG too. That's
If you purposely plan the easiest route, yeah, maybe. There's a couple other ones that are easy though, like just get all the upgrades or some of those.
Yeah.
So
Him like that.
I still haven't beaten the game. I'm holding off.
why?
I'm gonna stream it.
You're gonna stream you playing the end of the game?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I guess apparently you're like, wow, well your playthrough sucked, so I'm gonna make sure everybody gets to watch my horse playthrough.
Are you jealous? Are you concerned that they'll be like, wow, Mike's such a good Pacific driver. Makes Argo look like dumb butt. That's what they'll think too. They'll use the words dumb butt inside their head.
No, I think you're just a butt.
It's true. But I've modded some horse into that game. I released one of them on the Nexus mods. You're free to download it if you have the game.
How many people have downloaded it?
Probably like 5, last I checked. Insane. My phone has a brand new screen, my work phone, because I broke the other one and my work replaced it. Isn't that nice of them?
Did you drop it because you were looking at a horse?
I dropped it because I was taking my pants off and it was in my pocket. And
At home?
yeah. What? I take my pants off in the house. I'm sorry. I go.
You didn't ask the question of why did you have to ask the question if it was home or work? What do you do when
I just take my pants off at random intervals throughout the day.
You just shut the door to your office, take your pants off, and dance.
My new office has a window that faces out of the office.
You can cover it.
But, nah, I'm doing little secret mods everywhere.
Take him like that. Take him like that.
Ooh, 10 people. 10 people have downloaded it.
Oh.
Any comments? No.
Actually, I want to see. Is there any new comments on the videos since I was looking at it before? I went to YouTube Music.
The comments.
I've been enjoying these because it's been more. I actually didn't read the comments till 8 hours after it came out because I was worried about more AI stuff than I thought.
But you did release like 3 things all at once.
Plot twist: Rainbow herself wrote the song they're playing. That kind of makes sense. Starlight's movements remind me of sandwiching around. I don't know what that.
I love sandwich.
It's a very cheesy original Cheez-Its. Somebody did ask. They're like, there's a version of the bag that opens. And I was like, why did Michael have to make it? Ship in the title. Ship is in the title, therefore Twi-Pi is canon.
I agree.
That was for the Twilight one. Mm-hmm. This could make for a real commercial. Scoot's little wings flutters as she floats away as golden.
That was my favorite part of that bit.
You don't normally get orange dust when you're eating Cheez-Its. No. And then somebody responds, then you're doing it wrong.
There's a lot of cheeses.
Oh, that was a different video. My cat is watching this. My life in a nutshell. Starlight in the back, just hitting the drums with her hooves and face is killing me. What a cheesy video.
I think most people just enjoy it for what it is.
Bruh, a standard 7-ounce box of Cheez-Its is 7 servings of 150 calories per serving. She went through 4 bags in one sitting. Josh just down 4,200 calories. Why does the weirdest stuff have to be recommended to me when I'm high?
Top
somebody just says, "Oh, okay."
That was good.
I'm just glad to see Scoot's eye is recovered. I think she is cheesing it.
Did they just compare you to Juicebox Alvin? They did. The eye recovery thing is Juicebox Alvin. They think you're the same person.
Dash. Realistic motions, very authentic. Fast stuffing action. Thunderlane. Motions are alright. I don't know. Jack about guitar, but it looks good. Starlight. Flailing around like Kermit the Frog. There was a lot of comments that were confused as to why Starlight or Twilight was looking at her hoof at the end.
I like that part.
They're like, did she just realize she's a horse?
Yes.
And that all her things are horse things?
All of my things are horse things.
And, yeah, I didn't realize that would probably be a thing.
It's cute.
Another one of those, I didn't know this channel was still active.
You're dead. I thought you were dead.
Starlight Drummer. That's actually kind of fun to say it that way. We bring in back the 2010s with this one.
Oof.
Put
it in air.
Wait, you just realized your profile picture is a Rainbow Dash version of Frex's profile picture? No.
Are you Frex's?
I don't know.
You are dead.
No. Frex was a cool dude. I miss him. He was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that look at the end makes me seem like Twilight just realized she has hooves.
She is high.
A little more about the drums. Quality content right there. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Drums. An AI complaint.
There was like 2, but they weren't like negative about me using AI. They were negative about AI in general.
Yeah, that's fair. So,
But I was worried about having a bunch of thumbs down, but it was still less. I checked like 99.3%. Yes, positives, which is normal. It always hits very high positive and then it slowly goes down because most of the bronies hit it at the beginning. So
I think as long as it's something that could not exist without AI, people are less angry about.
But that's context. People
Yeah.
don't look at the context. They don't know the context. It's just on the Frontiers model of Sonic and SFM, and the controls are a little different. Every model's a little different, and it's not the modeler's fault. Sometimes that's just the way that the model was set up within the gaming software. Like Unity might treat things differently than Unreal, than Source, than Frostbite, or any other engine that's out there.
Every engine I've messed with, the basics are the same. The file management is different. How each different engine handles.
Because most of them are going to still do most of their animation or something in a different software that is the same as everything other software. That makes sense.
Yeah. Like everything is going to go through Blender.
No, they some of them are professionals that might have 3ds Max or something like that.
But you can still do it through Blender.
Yeah.
Some might have
I'm facing thumb at the video. Well, thank you very much, Al.
Like at Bethesda's engine, I had like 6 different programs I had to use to port stuff into. Out. It was kind of silly.
So trying to decide, do I want to wait like a week to put out the other short, or do I want to just put it out tomorrow and just make, because I hadn't put out anything in 5 months and then just having 2 days in a row. I put out 2 in a day.
What's the other short?
The derby punching.
Oh, that one's not out.
No, I put out the 2 that I did because one was AI, one wasn't.
I have no idea what the algorithm likes, so
I don't care about algorithm anymore.
I know.
If I'm trying to get viewership, I would have waited a week between all of them, or I would actually make content every week.
That's hard, though.
Oh god, yes. Well, actually, it would have to be a normal video and a short every week if you really wanted to optimize. Surprisingly, the short is doing less well than the main video, which normally by viewership, shorts just burn through views quicker. I was kind of surprised about that. Well, we'll see. It might change.
Storm's video is doing well.
I'm both sad and excited to see it's sad it isn't done. It's gonna take a while.
This one?
Actually, I will say, for how many of these shots we've already done, I was actually anticipating that this would take until like late fall to finish. At the rate we're burning through it, I would maybe say,
I still say fall.
Yeah, if I had to take a guess, it'd probably be mid-September. But that's not mid-fall, that's still summer. I was thinking like late fall, we're talking like November.
I was thinking to have it ready before the convention.
What for?
No, nothing in particular. I'm just saying, if you wanted to show it at the convention.
Originally started when I did so that I could get it done for the convention because it was for Anthology. But if Anthology's not happening this year, but I finish it this year, I'm not going to wait for Anthology.
They had an anti-thology this year, but I think Jay kind of figured it's enough Anthology for now. So there was an Anthology this year, it just wasn't run by Jay. And it's kind of weird in places.
I think that they shouldn't call it anti-thology. They should call it their own thing.
They should.
Because otherwise, all you're doing and all it's going to be forever known as is the thing that is like this other thing. It should be make your own thing so that it has its own name. It's identifiable as its own thing. They're just trying to steal a little bit of thunder at the beginning. But if it's successful, well, now you're just derivative for the rest of time.
Well, it's like if somebody took Brownie's React and make a Baloney's React. It would be crazy.
Wait, that's still, I mean, I guess in a way that's like the reverse.
Yes.
Because the Anthology crew doing that.
Mm.
I don't remember the last stream I caught that like months ago. I was wondering, we kind of did other things for a while. So I think we were working on this and then we did the whole Cheez-It Dash and then 2 shorts in that time since. So there was a couple months that we weren't working on this.
Took a break from this one.
Took a break. I wanted to work on some other stuff. I don't want to work on something if I'm burning out on it. And I felt like we were doing a lot of storyboarding, and I was kind of burning out on that, and so I just needed a break from it.
This is the one he's doing to take a break from the Fallout video.
I've been taking a break from the Fallout video for like 4 years,
I'll take him like
Hasn't
that.
been that long, has it?
probably.
I'll take him like that.
I hate the passage of time. It needs to freaking stop.
If Applejack's going to be looking backwards like this, I feel like I almost need to up the aperture on this angle, because I can probably play with the lighting. If you have two characters looking like this, okay, actually no, this might work. Your eyes are already going to be over here, so it'll probably draw right there. It's the closest thing to attach to.
No, you're not. You'll be stone dead in a moment. I can't take him like that. It's against regulation.
Yeah, okay, it'll be fine. I mean, Fallout Equestria was like the first vid I saw of yours, and it was, and that was a subscription on site. That video was one of the first ones I've ever made too. That video, for what it is, I burned through that, but that was back when I had more
Free time.
more drive. No, that I when I was working on that, I think I was in college. I was going to college full time, working full time, and making videos. But I was driven. I really didn't do much else than those three things. So I was working on it on my free time, and I was streaming it. So you can actually, if you want, you can go back. I don't know how far back.
All I'm hearing is I need to start slipping you Adderall so you get driven again.
But like here, on the live stream, whatever, you can actually watch me make it. It's still out there, like on my Windows 7 computer with Ventrilo.
There you go. Yeah, I remember that freaking icon.
We're talking about earlier. No, so you can actually watch me make it. So all those recordings are still back out there. You can.
Yeah, but you only worked on that
Enjoy.
for an hour, that stream. That doesn't seem as driven.
There's 12 minutes here, and then I had a problem early on when streaming where the recordings would get cut a lot, and so like sometimes it'd be fine, but then sometimes it would just split into threes.
Mm-hmm.
It's really annoying. But yeah, we worked on, what is this?
The horse.
Oh my god,
Our stream.
no.
What? No idea what you're on about. Justin TV. You're just aging yourself.
Oh my god, this is even before I thought I was streaming right at the beginning of Twitch. I was streaming on Justin TV. Oh my god, I'm such an older person.
It's just an old,
I don't even recognize any of this UI.
It's just a TV.
Yeah, it's the same profile picture. No, this is literally looking at Justin TV, which is the precursor to Twitch.
Yep.
Twitch was the gaming side of things. Justin was everything else, and then they merged the two. Wow. And this is working on the other. Oh, that was showing something, I guess.
It doesn't
doing
look like
some
you ever
looking.
streamed back then more than an hour or two at a time.
Yeah, I was streaming, I think like 2 hours or something, because this is 9. A lot of it was because I worked in trucking and I sometimes didn't get home until 6ish. Or no, I get off at 5. I get home at like 5:30, 5:40, and then I would quickly eat. And so I would stream at 7, I think.
You would just work on this stuff outside of stream too, I think.
Yes, I did it. And then I'd kind of show what my updates were. Oh my god! And because 2014, I would say the end of March 2014 was my stream anniversary date. So these were literally within the first few months of me starting streaming. This is when I switched to Remembrance.
That's when I started watching you. But I do remember I started watching you when you were working on Remembrance. And the thing you were doing was the book Armor of Twilight.
What was this stream? This one I started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I ran till 7:30.
That's a long one.
Oh no, that was only one of the videos. Oh my god, this is like a 8-hour stream. This is
Okay,
8:21.
That's driven. There you are working on
Yeah, I had Drive then. I don't have that energy anymore.
Drugs. You need to get
No,
this guy
it was
drugs.
it was because everything was at peak.
Yeah.
So like it was just everything was big, tons of comments, lots of like it was, and at that
you were happy with like 10K views then.
yeah, but like
Now you're like not enough.
no, I was happy with like 1,000 views. I was
Yeah.
happy with 100 for a while. It was just within like my third video, which I think was Find a Way. Find a Way is what broke me through 1,000 subs. So it only took like 3 or 4 videos, and I broke 1,000. So I can't even remember how long it took to get 100,000, but the first 100,000 was surprisingly quick because I think like I hit 10K and I did a video for that, and I already had to start thinking about the next one because of how fast it was coming.
But now you get like 10,000 views, and you're like, eh.
But now I get no
needs to be
subs.
more.
My sub counts don't go anywhere.
Yeah, what's your view count?
I've been at 290,000 something for like 4 years.
You know, have your audience. How many people do you want to fit in the auditorium? The auditorium.
What is Justin TV? So Justin, well, unless you were being facetious, I don't know who Justin was, but yeah, it was Twitch and Justin were the same site. It's just for different themes, but then all content moved from Justin into Twitch, and then Twitch just became the single platform for it. But for a while, Justin was kind of like Picardo or whatever that one is, the art streaming platform. But it was only around for like a year or like not even a year when I started. You tried animation for like a few weeks, pretty much gave up. Yeah, when I started doing animation stuff, it took me over a year to feel confident on what I was doing. And I'm talking like I was doing it a lot because it's all practice. Hello, thank you for the follow, Nuzco. It's very cliche to say practice, but the whole part of animation is not practicing isn't about get good. It's about muscle memory. It's because all the little things that you need to do, you need to get to the point of that you aren't thinking about them. And the only way to do that is to ingrain it in your brain by just doing it over and over and over and over and over again. And once you do that, your brain can start freeing up the resources to do other things with. So while you're clicking buttons, you're also thinking ahead a step, and it makes it way, way, way quicker. And also sometimes you just don't know what, like in this situation with like some of the lip syncing or the motions, I know I've ran into that situation before and I'm not even thinking about it. I just know that if I do this, this, and this, it'll lead to a potentially good product. Where if you don't have that experience, you're just clicking buttons randomly and spending way more time trying to get somewhere and you don't even know where the end point is. So
I need to learn more about Valve's new game they got. Oh, okay. Apparently, the new game they're working on is called Deadline.
Yeah,
I didn't know that they had a name for it yet.
Take him like
Maybe it'll come out with Source 2.
it's a hero shooter.
Yeah, a 6v6 hero shooter.
Yeah, which is a little late considering that I feel like that market's flooded as hell.
Yeah, but they're one of the ones who flooded the market with TF2.
Usually they're the innovator though, and this feels like
They did innovate TF2.
no, TF2 was what helped drive some of those other genres forward, where this one it feels like they're coming in at the end of it.
They came out at the beginning and the end. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're reimagining it. I don't know.
You're modeling in 3D design for 3D printing, so I know how important it is to make the program an extension of your brain. I've wanted to poke around with 3D printing, but that feels like a rabbit hole of cost that I don't feel like doing.
If I could take like 2-liter bottles and turn them into figurines, that would be all I need to hear. But the plastic doesn't recycle that easy. But no, this new Deadline game, this could be the game that gets released alongside Source Filmmaker 2. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh. One of the things with hero shooters is usually like big fancy videos for introducing heroes. Maybe,
Yeah.
Because why would they do any other software for that stuff when they have one?
It is the biggest game they've released in a while, so I don't know when they're going to release it. I haven't even seen anything of it.
like that. It's against regulation. That is against regulation.
I don't know. I don't care so much about the game as much as it might mean for a possible source, a proper Source Filmmaker 2 release, as opposed to what we got with Alex. It was like a half-finished version.
The new version works, but only within what's there. But it's all the other things from the original SFM that I can't leave behind.
Yeah.
Until they have a method. Even if they give you a tool to convert, do I want to spend that amount of time doing that?
If it's quick. They should just be able to use the same models. It should be able to.
If it can use the same ones, then yes.
Yeah.
Then I'd be perfectly fine.
There's no reason it shouldn't be able to.
Though that would also be really annoying to bring over because I have so many different folders and
Blender knows how to use like 10 different file formats just as a default. There's no reason Source Filmmaker 2 shouldn't be able to use at least 2 different formats.
Blender, well, it's their engines. They're going to use their formats.
Yeah.
And they might have restrictions on bringing some certain stuff in because of whatever.
They should be able to do it.
Take him like that. Take him like that.
We need to go up to Gaben, praise him, and then say, Lord Gaben, why?
Praise be the Gaben.
Yes.
I did my praising. I put him in the background of a video.
I can't remember which one.
Yeah, the party time.
Oh.
Remember?
Yeah, vaguely.
Piggy party.
This video made me sad.
See?
Oh yeah, he's back there. There's some happy horses.
Take him like that.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with Applejack for now. Oh, what time we have? 18 minutes. Where I should be able to blend some of these.
I don't know how old Gaben is at this point, but he needs to wrap some shit up.
I probably should actually clean some of this out. Need to keep all them.
Gabe Newell was one of the programmers for Windows 2. If you did not know that, that's where he got his money from initially.
From being old.
Yes, he is 61. His net worth is $4.3 billion.
Billion? Wow.
Yeah.
See, he skipped right over 3 and went to 4.
They have a list that he is on for, I think he's on the list for America's richest. Trying to figure out where he places. But yeah. Lost it.
That building I need. I think I can get rid of these 3. Come on. There we go. The bouncing houses. Okay, yeah, they don't need. I said 3 though. Yeah, this one too. Yeah, that house is in the way. Okay. I can probably get rid of those, but I'll leave them for now. And lamps. No. I keep the other. Well, I can probably get rid of that one, but we're going to keep it. Grass. Okay, boop. And those, I think I'm going to mostly keep. Okay, and then this stuff, I can get rid of most of this stuff by far.
I mean, really scroll down. There's a lot of people with ridiculous amounts of money.
Like Gaben.
He used to be much higher on the list, but I think some people have just been raking it in.
It could be that he's reinvesting a lot of it too.
It's possible.
Because he's also, he has become Jesus, so maybe he just is moving it all to non-profit religious status.
He is the 734th richest person, which isn't really that impressive.
Out
but
of
it's
like
still-
the hundreds of millions of people in the United States, I still think that's still pretty good.
I think that might be the world.
If it's in the world, then I consider that really good
Yeah,
because you're dealing with like Saudi princesses and stuff.
it's true. I mean, I wouldn't shake a stick at that.
It's like, damn it, I only have $1 billion. Boo.
Well, you wouldn't even be that high up on the list. He has like 4.3 billion.
Yeah, I wanna be a Gaben.
Wanna be a cabin. Okay, what are you playing this Sunday?
Well, we gotta finish Horse Game.
Yay.
After that, I don't actually know yet.
You gotta back up. Okay, sports game.
We were looking at some games, and I brought up to some people about playing Grounded. It's like a multiplayer Honey I Shrunk the Kids game because it looked like there's some funny stuff that could happen in there. But it's Horse Game. The My Little Pony Zephyr Heights mystery game.
What's the mystery? And oh, that's right, the portals.
Yeah, which is just Dragon.
Yeah. Sparky's doing it because apparently in G5, Sparky's powers or whatever the heck they want them to be now. It used to just be that he could transform one thing into other things, but now it's just whatever, everything. He opens portals, sure. Brings things to life, fine.
Is that the second game they did? Yes. And it is janky as hell.
Yes. It's a far cry from the first game for quality.
It's a Far Cry.
Oh.
Ponies with crisis outfits. And they're like maximum.
All
boop.
I'm thinking of is in Far Cry 2 when you ran over zebras. It's just going to be running.
Maximum
over
Snow Pity.
Oh no. Depending on the context, that's either it's adorable or nasty.
Yeah, that sounds a bit better now. Okay.
The whole snow pity thing is like just based around their armpits. That's weird.
Take him like that.
I like it when it's vague, but that's not where it started. I know it. I can't unknow it. Oh, we gotta figure out another horse game in case you finish that horse game.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to do because if I could do a multiplayer filler thing, but then I'd have to have people in waiting that have some random potential time. So it'd be something that's a filler that doesn't matter how long it takes.
Oh, there's that other horse game on Steam that Giz made me aware of. Friendship with Benefits.
No. And I don't even know what it is, and I don't want to.
It's a pony game.
Well, I get that.
It got ponies in.
Grounded is a good survival building game. That's what I thought. I think that'd be a fun multiplayer game. We actually brought up Valheim again because outside of Fallout 76, Valheim was probably the most fun we had as a group playing a game on stream, and we really looking forward to playing it again. The game has had they did the Mistlands and I think the Firelands, and then they or the Snow, one of the two north or south areas, and they just have one of those left to do, and then probably some game finalizations. So we're just waiting for it to release in full, and then we'll probably do that one again.
There's also
I've heard there's cooking is apparently completely revamped. There's a ton of new stuff. It'd be a whole new game, and then they can build a bridge by murdering themselves again.
yeah, and there's also Satisfactory.
Yes, Snow Pity is the mayor of essence of a mayor.
Yes,
It's against regulation.
yes, that is the vague definition.
It's against regulation. It's against regulation. It's
Pure mayor
against
essence.
regulation.
If you drink it, you become mayor. For sure.
Regulation.
There is, I think AC's roommate sells what he refers to as Snow Pity essence.
Regulation. It's against regulation. Against regulation.
I think it
Against
started
regulation.
just,
Regulation.
you know what? It's fine. We don't have to get
It's
into
against
it.
regulation. Against regulation.
I think it started around the same time as the Snowmare thing.
Regulation.
Well, it was definitely a result of in some
It was-
way or another.
Related, but not a result of. I think it was the same group of people just coming up with ideas.
Regulation.
Generally, I think there's a picture of one of the flower ponies with her hooves up in the air.
Regulation.
It's generally related to Snow Pity.
Regulation. You can take him like that. It's against regulation. It's against.
Okay, that's a good, decent general blend. Premier Stallion. Premier Essence Stallions don't have it. That's why they suck. They don't have Snow Pity.
No.
Take him like him, like him. Take him like that.
This is confusing as anything
Take
else,
him like.
for sure.
Take him like. Take him like that. Take him like. Take him like that. 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 Take him like. Take him like. Take him like that. Take him like that. Take him like that.
Okay, I think that should be fine, actually.
Take him like that.
So does anybody have some fun plans for this weekend? I want to hear your weekend plans. My weekend plans involve cutting down a tree, fixing a Blu-ray drive, writing lines for
Two
Derby,
Blu drives.
two Blu-ray drives,
One UHD drive. One Blu-ray drive.
disc drives,
They're not discs, they're CDs.
not repairing shit. This weekend. Oh, what else? Probably the stuff with the wood chipper if I'm cutting down the tree.
We still have the wood chipper, so. But yeah, I wouldn't worry about the tree if they're gonna handle it.
I want to do it.
No,
I wanted to
because
cut down the tree and then
they-
say, "Wow, good boy, you did it!" And then we would celebrate with dancing.
we don't really need to cut it down.
Dancing.
Take him like that. Take him like that.
Okay, this we're gonna go.
If I cut down the tree, the little Ewoks will come out. We'll go, yup, yup.
Like that.
Yup, yup. We'll do that. Yup, 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 yup. The whole dance number. It's gonna be great.
What?
The Ewoks, they come out and do the dance number because they cut down the tree. It's celebration. He doesn't know how to yup, yup, guys.
That sounds like it's illegal in many countries. Hey guys, you want to yup yup?
Just imagine an Ewok coming up to you all side-eyed. Yup, yup. And then you just go, yup, yup. And he goes, Then you wander off together into the woods.
Take him like that.
It's probably spoke crack or something. I don't know what Ewoks
Take
do.
him like that. Like that.
I mean, they had to have been high on something to take on stormtroopers with logs.
Take him like that.
It worked, which really doesn't say much for stormtroopers. I mean, the AT-AT is supposed to be the death killing machine, and they managed to crush it with 2 sticks swinging on trees. It's sad.
Well, when you have complete and utter and total control, you can just throw money at volume of things and not quality of things. Like, just have lots of death machines. They don't have to be that great because you have so many of them and they're spooky.
Yeah, but when you're breaking them with twigs, maybe put a
It was very
little
strong
bit more
twigs.
money. They were big twigs. Big twiggles. Point is, stormtroopers are awful.
Take him like that.
Their armor is made out of like porcelain. And I'm pretty sure their tanks and
Like that.
walkers are made out of plywood.
Like that.
Yes.
Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that.
Yes, Nancy, it is, but they're good toys. They're better than anything Pony's put out in a while. Well, they did have a new episode out today.
Wildman?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
They have-
You're going to go watch it.
It's going to be 40 episodes in total, and they're going to release one each week. Which, you know, is kind of the format you want to use because that keeps people talking about it, as opposed to just
Talking about they're definitely advertising that as a kid's show, though.
Well, yeah, but the whole dumping a show all at once is a horrible way to build any kind of fandom around it.
Yeah, but that's the way I like it. Because then I can watch it at my own pace.
No, you make people wait so they can talk about it between episodes.
Yeah, so you know what I'm going to do?
What?
Wait till it's all out.
No,
Because then I can watch it at my own pace.
no, but then you'll be spoiled because I'm definitely going to talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I could be abusive.
I told you not to talk about it.
Take him like that.
I don't care about wild mains. You can do
I'm
whatever.
just saying, G5 did that. They did the whole dump.
Do you know what
randomly.
Stephanie did? Oh my god.
I know, right?
No, the Fallout one is great because we still watched it at our own pace.
The Fallout one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
You wanted to watch multiple episodes in a row. If
I
they released it
wanted
week
to
by week,
binge
you
it.
would have. Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
But you couldn't do that if they released it weekly.
yeah, but they should have. So I wouldn't have been.
So you wanted something that they didn't do, even though it would make you mad.
No, it's about creating the. If you put it week to week, you can keep people engaged longer. Engagement's important.
All that is things that I told you of why they should, but I don't want them to.
Yeah, but they should. No, I'm gonna watch it too, Nancy. I'm gonna be honest. I want to see if it gets any better. It probably won't.
Like that.
They Paramount canceled Halo.
I wasn't watching it anyway.
Take him like that.
I know you probably were.
No. As soon as I heard Master Chief takes off his helmet,
Yeah,
nope.
killed it for.
Takes off his armor.
No,
Like he fights a bunch of guys without his armor for a while.
he is his armor. It's like taking off.
It basically they pull the Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
It's a character with that always has the helmet on, and then they're like, we're gonna do it. But they kind of were taking things their own way in lore, and that's perfectly fine. And I heard it was pretty okay. But wasn't my thing. So, but I did like they did some of the Halo stuff they did first person, so it looked like the video game a bit, and that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Take him like that.
Run while you can. It's gotten worse. I just think it's like the fact that the Bernie fandom's even paying attention to it is just.
It's horse. That's all. You're paying attention.
Yeah, because it's either that or continue watching G5 stab itself in the face. I don't want to watch that. I mean, this one, yes, it is also stabbing itself in the face, but we expected it to do that, or at least we had no expectations that it wouldn't. Watch Bluey. Bluey's not that good either.
Take him like that.
I'm sorry. Like, it's fine. It's not bad. It's just a show that's kind of cute.
It is cute.
It is cute.
It's
Yes.
super wholesome and well written.
Yeah.
And well animated. It's everything about horse except for
No.
it's dog instead of horse.
No, it's not everything about a horse. Horse had action and lore and adventure.
There's action.
There
Those
is
kids are like chaotic as hell.
I don't care. They're not fighting demon slayers.
They do. They fight a dragon.
When do they fight a dragon?
When they're telling a story, they actually have it fully animated.
Oh.
It's kind of a crappy dragon, but it's funny. No, I like it. It's super wholesome. You're wanting like drama and chance for murder.
I want Lord of the Rings, but small, adorable horses. Yes, that's what I want, and that's not what Bluey is. Even if it's small, adorable dog children. Also, they're anthro, which is weird.
No, when they what about what's his name? Is
Capper?
not
Capper?
no, I'm talking from Bluey. Socks.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Socks is on all fours.
Baby
Socks is
shouldn't
best.
bite.
Like that. It's against regulation.
It's not like Bluey is a good show. It's not a replacement for Pony.
No, I never nobody said that. We're just saying it's good.
Yes, and I'm agreeing with you.
No.
It's just not
Wild
as
Man is a
good.
replacement for horse.
It is just trying to grab a little bit of the audience is all it's doing.
Yeah, you're not even saying it's ever bad. You're talking more trash about Bluey, but it's only because they
saying-
aren't on all fours and they have fingers.
No, I'm talking bad about it because it doesn't have any kind of advanced lore or storytelling or adventure.
Then
or...
watch Lord of the Rings
Yes, I will. It's a good show. It's a good movie.
movies.
Yes.
There's like 6 of them.
And they're fine. They could be better if they
Watch
had ponies.
Rings of Power.
Look at all those Sonics.
We gotta send people places. We're done. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be doing fully on Sunday right now.
Figured.
I looked into some things and I have ideas, but Grounded sounds fun to do in the future, but it's full price right now, and that's like expensive for a whole bunch of people to pick up.
I will find you a game to play.
So, I'll find Dragon Cat.
You have to play the game
no.
I pick.
Why are you putting requirements on me?
It's gonna be my birthday soon.
Soon? And this is your birthday month. I get the whole month.
I get the whole month.
All right.
Whatever I want.
Who's on right now?
Bye, Flying Dragon Cat. We're leaving.
We got Pelio's doing Bitathon.
Okay.
I have no idea what that is. Something to Switch. I think. I don't know. Fiora. We haven't done Fiora in a while. And there's Hoosies. Yeah, we can do Fiora. We haven't done Fiora in quite a while.
Hoosies appears to still not be a pony.
They're for furry. You bring this up every time.
Yeah, but because we bring up maybe rating them every
Maybe they
time.
got Hoosies.
They don't have Hoosies. They got weird paws.
They're in Power Wash. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure what Fiora's doing
They're a
there.
bird.
Well, it's a different bird. This is Fiora's up here.
Why's Fear a bird?
No, there's somebody else. They're in the chat.
Oh.
So we'll head over there. So, just probably the first time to say I love short videos, but I need to go to sleep. So good luck. Well, we're actually all done anyway. So, but thank you very much. Yeah, we stream twice a week doing this stuff. So Tuesday and Fridays. Ending Fridays at 10. And you can see the video that was out today, but this is the old version of it that has broken lights and an out of sync starlight.
This is the second night I'm gonna drink heavily and then we'll try to work out.
But thank you for the follow to Nuzcold. Thank you to the resubs for Ninja Bacon 286. I'll be awkward. And thank you to Sir Edward and Sunset for moderating. And I saw Sir Edward kill the bot. So
You did?
yes, I saw. Yeah, you banned somebody.
I didn't see what the bot said before you murdered them.
This is followers. He was right on top of it. I stopped for like 2 seconds and he was gone. I should pause the other music. You need to hear the amazing cheesy dash. Yeah, this is the old version. If you watch the lights in the background, maybe not right now, might have been past, so they'll actually skip to be re-rendered. But yeah, we'll see you guys all on Sunday.
Yes. Well, we'll do things.
Oh yes.
Crazy things. Funny things. Okay.